Oh, hi. I know what a real comedy fan wants. You want to talk to real comedians just like me. So call now, 646-710-0949, and talk to real comedians in your area just like me. I know what a real comedy fan wants. I know all of their desires. So pick up the phone right now and call a comedian.
The hottest takes from the hottest comedians every Tuesday night live from the Stand Comedy Club in New York City at 9 p.m.
If you're 18 years or older, comics are standing by to talk to you. You want to talk about current events, music, news, sports, life, boys, girls, make sure to call the Bathhouse.
Real comedians, real comedy, real fun.
Call in to the Bathhouse
every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. 1-888-949-2969.
Local charges may apply. Call now, boys. Is that too gay?
I mean,
pretty gay.
Yeah. Mild flat tank, nigga. Let's turn up. Look. Hey, they don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah. They was trying to get me on my hype shit. Yeah. They don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah. And they tried to down me up some KO type shit. Yeah. They don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah. Now we pulling up fresh on some flight shit. Ha. They don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah. They don't wanna turn on my light switch. They don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah. They was trying to get me on my hype shit. Yeah. They don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah. And they tried to down me up some KO type shit. Yeah. They don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah. Now we pulling up fresh on some flight shit. Ha. They don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah. They don't wanna turn on my light switch.
Holy, we're back with an all-new episode of the Bathhouse, live from the Stand Comedy Club every Tuesday night at around 9 p.m. It's 9:11 right now.
Whoa.
It's perfect timing.
I saw a thing on TMZ today where TMZ put out this, I don't know, didn't know TMZ's doing this hard-hitting journalism, but TMZ put out this documentary about how there was a fifth plane on 9/11. What? Yeah, I didn't watch it. Yeah, speaking of the microphone. Yeah. All right, so joining me, you can introduce yourself. Your last name is way too hard to say. Petro Papadopoulos.
Hey, I'm Christos.
Petro Papadopoulos?
Petro Papadopoulos. Yes.
You
well
do it with the
done,
Greek,
Danny.
too.
It's
Petro
You do the accent.
Papadopoulos.
I have to.
You have to.
Yeah, otherwise
Rebecca
there's
Reingold.
Yeah.
Charles Engel. What's up, everybody? So, few ground rules for the show. Number one, you can hang up, because this is your first time, you can hang up on anybody at any time for any reason.
Amazing.
Don't read their names. Also, this is as of last week, you were not allowed to talk about the magical healing properties of drinking your own urine, because we got into it last week talking about that, because we have Rube, who will definitely call in at some point, who he stores his urine.
Ooh.
And apparently the 8-year mark, once you've stored your urine for 8 years, that's the sweet spot. Josh Adam Myers, everybody. That's the sweet spot. And then we got hit with, I got a strike on my channel for medical misinformation.
Wow.
About talking about the healing powers of urine for curing cancer.
Is it because it's only for children? Like only children's urine actually?
Well, I saw that thing on Nathan For You
Yeah.
or whatever, but no, Rube, it's his own urine, and he's like in his 40s.
So he doesn't have enough evidence to see if this guy's got to live to like 130.
Well, Rube swears by it. I don't want to talk too much about this because
Yeah.
we're going to get ourselves in some trouble here. But basically, it's really good for burns. We had someone else actually call in too. If you ever,
Well, I guess with like jelly stings.
Yeah.
apparently it's not good for jellyfish
that's a myth.
stings. That's a myth.
That's a perv.
But
Sorry.
if you
Made that up.
get a burn, a really bad burn, apparently the longer you age your urine, the better it is for. But that's topical. Rube drinks it. Yeah. So, anyways, those are the ground rules. Guys, if you want to support the show, I only have 4 more days where you can sign up for this Instagram thing. So, if you just click the link below, excuse me, I was a little sick.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm better now. I swear. But it's just that my throat's a little dry. But if you sign up for the Instagram link below, DM me. You cannot have an Instagram account already, which is not that many people. But if you click on it, sign up for DM me, I'll give you a patreon.com 6-month membership. Okay, the phone lines are open. 1-888-949-2969. Christos brought me olive oil from the old country.
Yep.
Who makes it again?
My father has a bunch of trees, but because he had a mobile debilitating stroke, he now has help from migrants.
What do you mean he has Greek migrants, or he ships them over from here?
I think they're from like Syria and stuff like that.
So he has Syrian migrants in Greek. Where in Greece?
In Corinth.
Corinth,
So, yeah.
okay.
He's got a bunch of trees and a farm, and then
okay.
they
Wow.
go and press it. Yeah,
And then he presses it. So this is the good shit right here.
yeah, that's a good shit.
Okay. Let's take a call. Note, speaking about the medical benefits of urine. Hello, you're on the Bathhouse.
Hey, Danny, who's the skirt there sitting next
The
to you?
skirt sitting next to me.
I
is
knew it was going to
Rebecca.
come up.
Of
Hi.
course. I mean,
I'm a woman.
You're a woman, and we don't have a lot of female callers. That's
That
for
makes
sure.
sense.
Those are few and far between. Was that your question?
Yeah, that's all.
That's it. That's all
Well,
you
you
wanted
can
to talk
find me
about.
on Instagram, Rebecca Reingold.
Okay.
Wow, he
He hung up.
All right.
Wow.
That's all I needed.
That was the most he's probably talked to a woman.
To a woman ever in his
while.
life. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, he literally was just like, what
Who's
do I
that
s-
skirt?
what do I say? What do I say? All right, next call. Hello, you're on the Bathhouse. Hello.
Hi, this is Eddie, the Psyop guy.
Eddie the Psyop guy. How's it going, Eddie?
I've been
What's new in the
Good,
world of
man.
Psyops?
well, I mean, it's hard to say. I just retired yesterday, but I can
Congratulations.
give you a little bit of a rundown of.
Good run, Eddie.
I can give you a rundown of what my experience in that world has been.
Let's
a
hear
little
it.
bit.
What do you have any expertise in this, or is this just a hobby?
Well, so I did it. So I was in the Army. And that was my job, was Army Psyop stuff.
Okay.
So from that perspective, I've worked with a lot of different government folks, worked with USAID, those kinds of guys.
Okay.
I've seen
Yeah, so you've seen
how much they waste money.
You've seen some shit. So what are what like rung of the ladder on the PSYOP department were you on? Were you just kind of like in the planning department, or were you in the implementation?
So, well, both. Back in, for example, 2016, when we were fighting ISIS and stuff, we would make the leaflets and drop them on the ISIS dudes, stuff like that.
Oh, really? Did you guys lace
but
it with
then-
LSD?
and when
tried
they're-
that, would have been a lot less.
I
ISIS
wish.
people.
No. Yeah, the problem is, from the Army side, you don't really, it's not as exciting as you might think. A lot of guys in this career field, I would say, are pretty conspiracy oriented, but it never really works out that way. in
Because
real
the
life, it's
conspiracies
not
end up being
exciting.
true, or
No, they're just boring as fuck.
What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
My favorite, I guess I would say my personal favorite is if you look into Seth Rich, that dude that worked for the DNC,
Yeah,
and
who
then got
who
killed.
killed?
he got
Who
Clinton?
died?
Yeah, so it was in the 2016 when all those leaks were coming out from
Yeah.
the DNC about, and they said the Russians hacked it or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then this dude who was like a Bernie bro, but he was working for Hillary, the allegation is that he might have been leaking that stuff himself out of the DNC, and then he just randomly got murdered on the street in DC, and yeah, no one ever
And that's that.
had any information.
Dead
about
men
that.
tell no tales. Ain't that right? And so you
Yeah.
believe that was
that's my-
that was a Clinton side, Clintonicide?
I mean,
Sounds like it.
I would. That's my my conspiracy is that there was some conspiracy, some kind of coordination behind that.
Did you see that
That's
they?
my personal favorite conspiracy theory.
Did you see they came out saying that Epstein did kill himself?
I know.
Oh, they did? I didn't see
Yeah.
this.
Literally, Cash Patel
TMZ?
and Dan Bongino.
Yeah.
No, Dan Bongino, who's literally the last 5 years has just been on Rumble, being like Epstein. There's no
Yeah.
way Epstein killed himself.
And then now they're like,
now he's the deputy
actually,
director of the FBI.
Yeah.
and he's just like, I saw it.
Nice.
We gotta hang up. All right, sorry, man. Dylan Farnham, hang up on this glowy. Doesn't like him. Thinks he's an op. He thinks the
Doesn't know-
the Psyop guy's doing a Psyop, so people can
So
super
they
chat
pay you to be like, hang up on this person.
yeah, or not hang up on this person.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they have both options.
I respect that.
Yeah, sometimes they hang up on people who I want to talk to, though.
I know.
But
I was
luckily,
enjoying that.
we don't have like hundreds of calls, so generally people can just call back if they want.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't.
You can just call back. Does that negate the rule?
It isn't like a perfectly formed system,
Yeah.
so I mean, if they call back, I mean, all you could do to stop them from calling back is if a lot of people call in and they can't get through.
Right.
But that's not happening. Anyways, the phone lines are open. 1-888-949-2969. We're talking about olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he presses it himself.
No, he doesn't. He has.
Oh, right, the migrants.
The migrants.
We got a caller.
Too, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
nice.
More callers. Hello, you're on the Bathhouse.
Danny, it's Sean. What's up, buddy?
Sean, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, man, it's going really well. Hey, so I just wanted to call in, say shout out to you.
Sir.
I went and got my. Hey, so today I went bass fishing for the first time.
Whoa.
I got hooked. I got hooked by going tarpon fishing down in Florida. So I went bass fishing today. Caught 6 fish. And just wanted to say shout out to you.
Nice.
I love you.
Any big ones?
See you later.
Okay. Any big bass? No, that's it. That's
That's
it.
nice.
He just wanted to
Yeah,
say
he just
hi
shows
and
support.
just say I caught
Why do
some
I feel
fish.
like him and the guy that's like, who's the skirt next to you? We're the same people.
I mean, unless he's got 2 different phones, which I wouldn't. Put
Both
it past
unknown
him.
callers.
What are these purple things on YouTube now? These crowns.
Ooh, I don't know.
That's
The
new.
gifts?
That's new. I don't know what it is. All right. Well, the phone lines are open, guys. 1-888-949-2969. You can talk about anything. Sometimes people call in. They need advice on dating. You just had a child. How's that
You
going?
did?
Congratulations.
How's that
Wow.
going?
Yeah,
What's
it's the
that
first
like?
one I'm gonna stick around for.
Nice.
Yeah.
What is that like? Do you sleep?
No, I'm very sleep deprived. It's really annoying because it's hard to like rationalize with the child. You know.
Yeah.
I'm
Especially like an infant.
Yeah.
It's not even a toddler yet.
Right. It's like.
Is
dude,
it an infant first and then a toddler?
the
Yes.
term is a
Yeah.
newborn.
Oh,
at
it's
least
not even
for
an
the
infant yet.
Diapers. Yeah, I mean it is an infant, but I think
Well,
marketing
if that's
wise,
the term, then I'm a newborn.
Yeah.
All right. That was stupid. Hello, you're on the Bathhouse. Hello, are you there?
Oh,
Yo, what's up? Who are we speaking with?
what up? It's Lil Dan.
Little Dan, my favorite wigger. What's up, Little Dan?
I remember Lil Dan.
Yeah, Lil Dan's a man. I love Lil Dan. Lil Dan is close to my heart. How's it going, Lil
It's been
Dan?
a minute, man. What's up?
It has been a minute. How you been?
Did you know hanging in there?
Doing some plumbing?
Oh, yeah, laying pipe. Always.
That probably you guys cannot be plumbers, and that must get old. No, the laying pipe thing.
I don't know. That was a layup. That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But I'm
And
saying,
it
like,
works,
you
it
guys
works.
like plumbers are like, we laid a little pipe. You go, we're still doing this. We've been doing this for 10 years. Are there any other ones you guys use?
No, that's it. That's all. I'm doing.
That's all we got. We just got laying pipe. That's it. That's fine. So how are things in the world of Lil Dan? You still got your girl?
Which one?
Oh, there you go.
Because he's laying pipe.
Yes, he is. The one with the mental problems. Also, which one? I guess that's not specific.
The slow one.
The slow one with the fake Russian accent. You
Still
think,
not
you think
specific.
that's weird that a woman would do a fake Russian accent?
It doesn't surprise
the
me, but
time?
it's so insane. Yeah.
it
It's
is
like Baldwin's wife,
Yeah,
right?
she's talking
It
about-
is
Oh,
kind of like
yeah.
Alec Baldwin's
Yeah.
wife. Yeah. She's like born in Boston.
So you're
Yeah,
dating
yeah.
like a poor man's Hilaria.
Yeah.
I'd still rather that
We're
than a
in
Russian
Pittsburgh from
pretending.
Boston.
What's that?
So we in Pittsburgh from Boston.
Yeah, you're in Pittsburgh. No, we're saying Alec Baldwin's fake Spanish wife is actually from Boston, but she speaks with a Spanish accent.
But if she,
I
do you
got
catch
you.
her speaking non-accent? Nope, I think he's gone.
Yeah.
Do you call her out?
Really?
Yeah, she'll talk British sometimes too. Weird.
Oh, maybe she has that thing where she had a stroke.
Yeah. Sure, let's call it that.
She had a stroke because there is this thing where people get strokes and then they wake up speaking with like a random accent.
Yeah,
Well,
which
she
It's a
said
real
her
thing. You can
ex
look it up on
beat her
YouTube.
and
It's like
shit, so, I don't know.
So
Yeah.
accents are a sign of brain damage.
Yeah, like brain
Essentially,
damage.
yes.
Nice.
Like there's this like woman in the UK who she's like a white chick and she woke up and she just speaks like she's from China. It's honestly so it is so
Yeah.
funny, man. Like she legitimately just like and she can't not
Yeah, they're
speak
stuck
like
in
that.
it, right?
Yeah, like they're stuck.
Does she speak any Chinese?
No, she doesn't speak any Chinese. It's not like a superpower.
I might start doing this, honestly.
Yeah. But it's like she can't. She's like I can't not talk like this.
Is it like Western Chinese or like
Oh,
really
I
like
don't- I don't-
farmer Chinese?
Can you
I
actually,
don't know
can you
the
do an
difference.
impression of it, actually? Just
She's like I talk like this. I don't know how highbrow you thought the show was. I was like, surely he won't do this accent.
I was like, he has a job he cares about. And then I was like, oh, this is his job.
This is, yeah. So, all right, Lil Dan. Anything you want to talk about? Anything in the world you want to talk about? And you need any advice? We have a woman
Man, I
here,
got
which is
pulled
rare.
over the other day. I was at work.
Yeah.
Fucking, I had a headphone in my ear. The fucking cop pulled me over for that bullshit.
You got pulled over for having a headphone in
Oh,
your
yeah.
ear?
Were they in both ears? Because you're only allowed to have one.
Oh, this is
No, I only
America.
had one in.
Really?
Yeah, I was at a red light too. I wasn't even driving. I was at a red light, and then I heard the cop say something. I'm like, I'm going this way. He's like, no, I pull over. I'm like, for what?
And what was
So
the
I pulled
ticket?
over. I got it was like $175.
Ooh.
What?
Jesus.
That's
Just
the
for
cost
having
of
it
an
in?
AirPod.
Do you drive a Nissan Altima? Was there a reason he suspected you of wrongdoing?
No, I was driving a big raper van.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, well,
Tinted windows and everything.
That feels like a.
Yeah.
But you know what the thing
I've
is?
been in those.
Yeah. But were they AirPods? Because the new AirPod Pros have like a hearing aid feature on them. Like
Oh,
where
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
the
if you're
AirPods.
were they AirPods? Because you can kind of use them as like they're not full on hearing aids. Like if you're like need proper.
Well, I
hearing
looked
aids.
it up. The law in Pennsylvania is you could have an AirPod in you could have one in if you're on the phone. You can't
Yeah.
listen to music.
Oh, okay.
Were you listening to music? Do you not have a radio in your car?
I mean, I was, but then I was talking shit to the cop. Like I was being an asshole.
Well,
I
there
called
you
him a
go.
faggot and all that.
They'll
you
probably
were
write you a
man.
ticket.
I mean, he's pulled him over.
Well, I mean,
though.
I didn't care. He pulled me over for no reason. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And I was at work. I had nothing on me. I was clean. So
Was he
fuck
trying
it.
to fish for like whether you had drugs in the car and stuff? Like, was he asking you a lot of questions like that?
I mean, he looked at my inspection stickers like 3 times, and yeah, he was trying to jam me up.
Yeah, he was trying to jam you up. This wasn't like he goes, this is just the reason why he pulled you over.
Was it the end of the month?
This was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, so yeah, he had to hit his
damn.
quota.
Yeah,
He got to hit his quota.
His headphone quota.
Yeah.
Well, that's bullshit, Lil
Yeah,
Dan. Are
that's
you going to
some
fight
bullshit.
it? You should say you're a little deaf.
No, I mean my
No, he's little
boss
Dan.
paid it because like I was gonna fight it, but my boss was just like, "Here, we're gonna just pay it." Like,
Oh, nice.
That's
Okay.
nice. All right.
Any
Yeah,
points on
over with.
the license?
nah,
Oh, you're good. All right. Yeah. Then who
thankfully.
cares?
Yeah. All right. Well, then that's fine. That's as long as your boss is covering it. But that is bullshit. That's this country makes us out as this country of liberty and all that shit.
Yeah.
Freest country in the nation, in the world.
From our favorite patriot, the Canadian.
Yeah,
Danny.
well, that's hey. I left Canada for a reason. I left for freer pastures. You can't
They're
even
more expensive.
Yeah, you can't even drive fucking with headphones here.
That's crazy. I got pulled over for driving on the left side passing lane with no one around.
What?
Yeah. He pulled me over and I had no idea why I was getting pulled over. And then after he checked everything, he was like, "So what are you doing?" I was like, "I'm driving home. You know, I just had a kid, so I'm coming from a wedding." And he was like, "Do you have anything to drink?"
Yeah,
I was
of
like,
course.
"No." You know, and then he was like, at the end, he was like, "You know why I pulled you over?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "'Cause you were driving in the passing lane." And I was like, "Is that like
Yeah,
a
you're
law
on the
here?"
highway, you're supposed to drive on the right lane, only pass on the left lane. For
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But like, come on, that's like a
Who actually
Yeah,
that's like
follows
a
that?
there's no one
jaywalking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if there's like if there's like cars on the road, you go, yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that. But I mean, if it's just dead,
It was dead.
yeah, you're like, who
Yeah, he was
cares?
Yeah,
just
that's some
fishing.
bullshit.
Yeah.
All right, fuck the police.
Mhm.
All right, little Dan. Well, good talking to you. Glad you didn't.
All right, good to
nothing
talk to
bad
you,
happened. Take care, little Dan. Everybody.
Thanks, Lil Dan.
That was little Dan. I probably should have read some of these super chats, but I missed them.
Oh yeah, people DMing too.
No, they just Dan Buckley says very important. Are there any allergies to said olive tree?
Ooh.
That's a good question. I don't think I've ever encountered anyone with like an olive allergy.
Interesting you say that.
Do you have one?
Someone
no,
has one?
I don't. But there's this study that people like to cite. Excuse me. I'm not sick, I promise. But
If I get sick, I'm gonna be so pissed
about
off.
how Jews
Oh boy, here we go.
are overly in Israel. Jews have a higher level of allergies to olive trees, which proves that they're not indigenous to Israel. But they're. I read the study. I didn't read the study, but I read like explanation of the study.
Was it a study conducted by Al Jazeera?
No, it was like a very reputable study, but it's like they just kind of twist it to make it out that way. It's
Right,
not
of
really.
course.
Hello, you're on the Bathhouse. Hello, are you there? Hello. Not there. All right, let's check the next one. Hello, you're on the Bathhouse. Dylan Farnham says the Jew fears the olive farmer. Also, how much to see the BBW's cans? This is
Hello,
I cannot hear you.
Yeah.
yeah. Hello.
What's BBW?
no. The Congress
Are we in a
Calling from the Matrix.
Yeah.
We cannot hear you very well. This is very difficult
Maybe
to
it's
hear
a
you. I don't
spirit.
know what you're doing.
I think he was singing. To
All
us.
right. People are getting in the sauce a little early tonight. Hello. You're on the Bathhouse. What is going on?
Oh.
Everybody's fucking struggling tonight. Hello. Is our thing not working?
I don't know.
Okay, let's just try Wild Bill here. If not, then we're going to have to disconnect it. Maybe that's possible. There's weird interference in the green room. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, are you there? No.
Hello?
Okay, that's what it is. All right, hold on. We got to... What do we do here, Johnny? There's like weird interference here because we're hooked up on Bluetooth.
Do you want to try
Just unpair it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we have weird interference in the green room.
Does that happen?
It happens occasionally
Okay.
where it just we lose the pairing or
Gotcha.
like I don't exactly know what the explanation is, but something happens and then it just doesn't work for momentarily. It's paired? Okay, let's see if we can take a call here. Hello? You're on the Bathhouse. Is this working? Kill me. Just kill me now. What's that?
Danny.
Yo, yo,
right.
you there?
Danielson, it's Billy from Philly.
Billy from Philly. How you doing, pal?
Hey.
What's going on? Hey, did you hear Israel they came out with the Iron Beam, a big 10 kilowatt laser, or 100 kilowatt laser beam to shoot down airplanes and drones up to 7 miles away?
No. Actually, I think I have heard. This isn't new. I think this isn't new, right? I think I have heard of something like that.
Like a
No, they
moonraker laser?
Kind of.
Huh. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah, they said they could shoot. It's 100 kilowatts, the size of a coin, 10 kilometers away, and hit shit. And
They really had
just
to pick the
destroy
coin
it.
for their example. Huh? Anything else? A small bird, maybe? We could hit a
I also-
shekel from
I-
7 miles away.
Just spin the dreidel for the.
Thanks, guys. That is pretty cool, though.
I read in Haaretz, too, that Israel's coming out with a new car. They said it stops on a dime and then picks it up.
Ah, Billy from Philly.
Billy from Philly. That was a good one. All right. I don't know if that's yours, Billy, but that was a
He
good
found my grandpa's joke. Though.
That's it. I'll call back later, dude.
All right,
Take it easy.
See ya.
later. All right, that was good. I when I was a kid, I think I got it at a garage sale, but it was like some old book of Jewish jokes, and that's like from must have been the
They're so funny.
the 60s.
Yeah.
And that's the type of jokes that were in there. Poison says, congrats on the medical misinformation strike. That's how you know you're making it on
Hell
YouTube.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, except for it really fucked me over because they took the episode down for like 3 days.
Ooh.
And then when they put it back up, they make it like almost unfindable. So then it like did half the normal views.
And they also impact your algorithm for like the next.
Yeah,
few
it's not
videos.
great.
Jesus
It's not
Christ.
great getting these, even if you win the appeal. Hello,
Yeah.
you're on the Bathhouse.
Charlie from Florida.
Charlie,
All
what's
right.
up, Charlie from Florida? How are things going?
Going well. I got into scuba diving.
You got in. That seems like a very
Damn.
Florida thing to do.
Yeah.
Have you seen a
cave
manatee?
diving as well, but you know.
Cave
Yeah, I've
diving?
seen. Yeah.
Which one first?
I think you start with the scuba.
Start with scuba and then go cave diving?
Yeah. I mean, you get certified, and then, I mean, well, I bought my gear before I was certified,
Right.
so, and then I just started diving.
What inspired it?
Then I eventually got certified.
Salt life. It's just living that
Yeah.
salt life in Florida, huh?
Hell yeah.
Does the salt fuck up the equipment, like the tanks and shit, more so than?
They make it pretty like corrosion resistant, but you're
Right.
supposed to rinse it out with fresh water afterwards.
And so you go in caves?
Yeah, sometimes.
Is
I do
cave
see
diving,
shit too.
is cave diving underwater?
Yeah, well, I get there's like underwater
Yes.
caves. Do you ever go in the caves where like you can pop up and there's like air pockets?
Yeah, they're called ballrooms half the time.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
What's the coolest thing you've seen?
I mean, you see a lot of like limestone formations in caves, but like the cool shit is in the sea. Usually, like the animals will come up on
Right.
you.
Oh
You know,
my
the
god,
marine
it's
life.
nuts.
Have you noticed that?
I see Goliath grouper. I clean boats as well, and I just get clouded by fish from
Yeah.
scraping them off.
Wow.
Do you
Yeah,
feel one with the
Mhm.
manatee?
have you seen there's like a study that came out that the coral reefs have been bleached to 84% of them?
Oh,
Like,
wow.
have you seen the
Like they're
coral
all
reefs
dying?
like being
I
white?
see it.
Yeah, you see
I
it,
see
right?
it.
How crazy is that?
Uh-huh.
Is it like a stark contrast to what you've seen in the past, or?
You'll never see again what the dudes in the 70s and 80s and 90s, what they all could see in the sea.
That's
Never again.
heartbreaking.
What bleached them?
Basically, they're attributing it to climate change
Yeah.
and the warming
Oh.
of the oceans. So, like
Yeah,
Brooklyn, the coral
warmer
reef.
oceans, everything from like chemical runoff type stuff, pharmaceutical
Australia's
stuff.
got this problem.
Anything
I
will
guess
kill that stuff.
I guess
You
that's
can
why
rub
we're-
it and it'll die.
Yeah, the reefs are getting
Do you think
gentrified.
Brooklyn has coral reef?
No, I was saying the reefs are getting gentrified faster.
Oh,
than
I was
turning
like,
white.
They're
Yeah,
turning
I
white.
also was like,
I was like, there's coral reef. In
I was like, I know it's not true, but I don't want to be wrong either.
Nah, that was like a thought nugget. I'm sorry.
I
It's okay.
still
We'll
get
get
to
it
just be
next
like,
time.
I'm new here, so still relatively new here. So I go, maybe there's coral reef. I don't know. That's cool. So how long have you been doing that for?
A year and a half
Year
so
and a half.
far.
How often do you do it?
Got about like I try to go once a week, but I've been
Nice.
working
Oh,
a
wow.
lot lately. So
Yeah. All right. Well, that sounds fun, Charlie. Anything else?
yeah. I got one more question.
Go
Where
ahead.
should I go to find a woman?
In Florida? I mean,
Rebecca?
I don't know. I mean, what are your interests outside of like drinking and scuba diving?
That's the problem. I just work too goddamn much. So
I don't know. This guy sounds like a catch. He's
Yeah.
gainfully employed, owns his
Yeah.
own scuba gear.
I mean, yeah, if you scuba dive, that's already a conversation starter, so it can't be too hard. Is there anyone there?
Yeah, I mean the photos on Hinge ain't doing me any justice. You know, my scuba photos, I guess. So you know.
Can I give you legitimate advice that I would recommend to any of my friends right now? Go and rizz up whatever MILFs you meet, and make it clear that you're looking for a long-term relationship, so that they recommend you to either their daughters or their daughters' friends and meet them through that network.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
that is a good network.
Yeah.
Word of mouth.
Yeah.
Because MILFs will talk to you way more frequently than like regular hot girls.
Especially in
will.
Florida.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
a lot of MILFs in Florida.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of women.
Oh, yeah.
How old are you?
I am 29.
Okay.
Perfect. That is
Oh,
ripe
oh,
for picking.
yeah,
Cougars
yeah.
love
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah, they do.
Yeah, rizz up a MILF, dude, and take it from there. Get their Rolodex.
You know where girls are? They're at a restaurant eating alone, trying to act mysterious because they want a guy to approach them. So that's where you. I'm not even kidding. Go to like a bougie restaurant.
Well, that
There's
works out because I'm typically eating alone as well.
amazing.
go.
So just
could never
just
do that.
honestly, I do it all the time. It's because I do that.
No, you eat
Literally.
alone all the time.
No, I
You're
eat
you're
alone
saying
all the
you can
time.
never eat alone. Or you
I
can
could never
approach
eat at a
woman?
restaurant. No, I could approach a
Oh.
woman alone at a
Oh,
restaurant.
I eat at restaurants alone.
It's
Really?
So, yeah, it's so
Oh
easy.
no, I'm so
I haven't
insecure.
done it either. I haven't done
Yeah,
it.
I can't.
Oh,
do
you're
it.
worried that people will be
People are
like,
gonna judge
Yeah,
you?
people would be like that. Yeah, of course he's eating alone. Like, look at him.
really?
Yeah, like look at that guy.
Yeah,
brought his own
I think you
olive
just gotta
oil.
walk
Oh
up
my
and
God.
like ask to share her spaghetti, right?
Yeah, you should do Lady in the Tramp.
I'm gluten free.
You guys should slurp the little spaghetti together.
I worked at a fancy restaurant in Arizona where women would do this, but they wouldn't bring money. And sometimes the women who didn't get approached at the end of the night would be like, "What?" They're just like, "No, I'm just waiting." And you'd be
No
like,
fucking.
No
okay,
way.
that's
and
crazy.
I had a petty manager who was like, "How are you going to pay for this?"
Obviously,
It's like the beginning of a-
petty.
that's not petty at all.
How's
That's
that petty?
rational.
Well, because we'd be like, "Cut her loose, whatever.
Or
We
'cause
want to
she's
go
cute.
home."
Yeah.
And they were like, he was gay, so he was
Yeah,
like,
he didn't give a
I don't
fuck.
tolerate. pretty
Yeah. He was
women
immune
coming in
to
here."
it.
Yes.
he didn't give a fuck.
I mean,
He
why
had
would
no
you?
motive.
If I ran a restaurant, I'd be like, okay, well, this is a crazy game plan.
Yeah.
Just be like, I'm just gonna come here, order
No
a meal.
money, $100 steaks. It
I
was
have
a
literally
fancy
never done
restaurant.
that.
I'd
before.
make her wash
What?
dishes.
It was like the
Yeah.
How many dishes you need to watch to pay that off? I wouldn't
Yeah,
even,
it's a
like,
lot.
She could wash all night.
Come back
I don't
like
care.
multiple days.
That's the universe. paying
Anyways,
you
you'll
back.
find the woman washing dishes in the kitchen apparently
Yeah.
because she's not bringing her wallet.
You know what? Don't approach a woman eating alone. Sounds like they're likely to be sociopaths.
that right there
I
is-
think you like. I think he wants that though. I think he
No.
kind of wants
Wait,
that.
sometimes the manager will be like, "Don't worry about it," to the women.
There was a nice manager who, like, if it got to like 1 a.m., he'd be like, "Jesus Christ, lady, like, get the fuck out of here." But the top manager was like an older gay guy who was like, "No, you
I mean,
figure
that's-
out how to
I
say
would-
that."
the gay
be
guy.
me too.
Yeah.
I would be like that
Why-
too.
The other
like,
guy's
then
an
if you're
enabler.
I was a little busser, it's 18-year-old who was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Who
yeah.
gives a shit? Let me get out of here."
Were you
Yeah.
working at a time before credit cards? How do these people come with no credit
They
card?
came. They had nothing. They
They're
were just
bankrupt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had nothing because it was a steakhouse where like Drake, like that type
yeah,
of
like-
steakhouse. So it was celebs all night, and then they're like, "Well, one of these celebs is gonna want to fuck me." And
Were
then
they
some of them-
hookers?
Some hookers.
Yes,
yeah.
obvious. I mean, if
well,
that is-
I'm being polite.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying if
Porn
that is your
stars would come
plan,
in.
that
Yeah.
by default makes you a
Wait, that
prostitute.
would
You're a
make me-
social hooker at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
That's how I feel at comedy clubs, honestly.
You're like, you are some kind of prostitute if you show up to a, like, imagine a guy just like,
Oh my God.
eating
Take him out back and
solo,
shoot
then
him.
you're just like, I'm waiting for some chick to
He'd be a
fucking
headline.
approach
I'm
me.
doing that.
That'll be
That's
the
the only
first-
time I'm doing it as a social experiment.
Yeah, that'll be the first time you go for a solo. You go, like, no, I don't have any money. Order 200 surf and turf,
Yeah.
and you go, some chick's gonna approach me and want to
I've
bang me.
never
and she'll
done that.
cover the
Mysterious
bill.
enough. What does mysterious look like? Because you hear that. I hear that like a girl, they want to be mysterious, but what does that mean to a girl? How do you act mysterious?
Yeah, how do we know when a woman? Here's a good question that a lot of guys it'll help them and they'll want to know.
Okay.
What's the difference between a woman who does not want to be bothered and is eating by herself,
Okay.
versus a
is
woman
a
who
good
is
question.
mysterious and would like to be approached?
Okay.
How does one differentiate?
You don't.
Oh my God.
God.
You just have to kind of
That's
take
the
the leap
fun.
of faith.
Just
Yeah,
stay
that's
away
the fun
from
of
it.
it. You just
Their meal.
avoid them from afar.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when they go, thanks, go, and then
Yeah.
just look away really quickly so they have an out.
Yeah, I
So
love
you
it.
give the body language of like,
Yeah, it's usually like, I mean, if I do it and I want to get approached, I have a book with me. I have like a notebook with me, but there's a vibe to it. Like if I'm frantically writing, I'm probably not, I don't want to be approached. But if I'm just like doodling my own name over and over again.
But they can't see that from afar. Like, I would think if a woman has doing something, I'd be like, oh, she doesn't want to be bothered. She's doing something.
Well, think about like one of your guy friends when they're acting like kind of weird or something like that,
So
and you're like,
all
oh,
of
he's
them?
in like a weird. Yeah, I know. Honestly, this isn't a helpful one, but like when you're like he's in a bad mood or something like that, you can sense it. Just try to
Yeah.
like sense that kind
Yeah,
of.
but
vibe
that is
from
a
woman.
uniquely female ability to sense energy.
Okay, are you all not having sex? Like I don't
I-
know what.
first
I,
of all,
that's
this
why
guy
I'm
just
worried.
had a kid.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
biological
yeah.
evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
From
yeah.
the one time you had
The one
sex.
time I had
the one time
sex,
it's fucked up.
and it was through insemination, but it doesn't.
It's IVF, but
Yeah, it was
not in
IVF.
a cup, but it
Yeah.
still
There is
counts.
something so
They mix up
wholesome
the names.
about like grown men, like grown ass men asking a girl, like, well, so what? How do you? And what is?
Well,
how do you
I'm
do?
asking-
It's so
I'm
sweet.
not asking.
I'm not asking for myself. I'm asking on behalf of
The many
the
people that
men
are
who are
listening.
listening,
Yeah,
who
yeah.
are probably like have
Taking notes.
who are like have been in a scenario like this, and they're like, I don't know what women to approach and what women
I
to
would
not
say approach is also key. Like if a guy, I mean, I'll give you an example. Just now when I was on my way over here, a guy came up to me and asked for my phone number. And I don't normally engage too much with guys like that, but he did come across like not so threatening. So I guess, and he
How
was,
do you do that? That's a better
so this
question
is
for the
years.
people.
Well, I don't know.
Years
I
of
mean,
reading
He was
guy.
probably attractive, which
no,
is the
he
difference.
actually wasn't. I don't
No?
plan on going out. He was cute, but like I don't plan on going out with him. It's just I didn't feel scared around him, which
And
I
how
think is
do
such
you
a bare minimum.
not make a woman feel scared? Again, asking for the people who watch the show.
That's gonna take a lot of therapy, I think.
They're not going to do that.
Yeah,
I guess
clearly.
you're just going to have to make women feel scared, fellas.
So you shouldn't
do
smack
anyway.
your lips and go, "What you writing?"
Just make sure.
Is that your name a lot?
I would say just come up to them from behind and grab them by the shoulders as tightly as
Yes,
possible and go
yes.
surprise because they
You look
really like
mysterious.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I love how they're trying to look mysterious. Meanwhile, they have their
Not
tits
at
all
all.
over
Yeah, not
Instagram.
at
Like, there's no mystery there at all.
No, Mr. Charlie, is any of this helping?
I don't like that.
Charlie, any of
yeah.
this?
So like,
Any of this
so
help?
like, be serial killery. I mean, women love
In a
serial
hot way.
killers.
In a
right?
hot way.
In a
Like,
hot
you know,
way.
that type of
Like,
thing.
Women really force men to thread the finest of needles.
You have to hear the Ali Wong.
What
bit?
about
No.
do people? I think maybe we're all at this age of a lot of my friends are going through the first divorces right
Yeah.
now.
I'm not at that age. But
Okay,
I'm
at the
insulted.
first divorce. I think there's there's the 30s divorce, then there's the mid 40s divorce with kids, and then there's like the later divorce.
Like the
Yeah.
you're about to die divorce.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
And my buddies who have like 8 years relationship, got married, got divorced after a year.
I've seen this.
Yeah, these are most of my friends back home. They ask me about the gym. This may be too stereotypical, but they don't know. Do ladies want to be approached in the gym?
Yes. Yes.
With the type, because they're like, they're wearing the stuff. That's
My
Well,
friend
that
actually
shouldn't
met his
be-
wife at the gym, but then they got divorced.
Well, I don't think. Yeah.
was she
I-
wearing the wedgie pants?
Probably.
That's a red flag.
wedgie pants.
Yeah.
I would say the approach shouldn't be like, oh, if they're wearing this clothing, they want us to, because that's part of the problem. But like,
Well, yeah, they stay away because
Yeah.
they're like, it's a trap.
but it's. I would say I've been approached a couple times at the gym. I've been on a date with a guy from the gym before. It is a little kind of like shitting where you eat situation.
Sure.
Like I go to the gym every day, so I'm kind of like, if this doesn't work out, I don't want to run into you. But I don't think it's that bad. I think most girls, at least from like my perspective, because I'm also giving, it just depends on their vibe. Like I think if
Again, with this vibe business.
but you have to pick up on it if you don't have
Every
that
guy who
capability.
listens to the show is autistic.
Yeah, no shit,
Can't
but
even make
like-
eye contact with a woman.
Yeah, they're plumbers
You
out
can
in
pick up
Philly.
on vibes.
They're underwater or
No,
they're
Lil-
with the pipes.
I want you to
Lil
know
Dan
that
might be a vibe guy, actually.
The scuba guy. Yeah,
No,
I
no,
think
no, the wigger.
he's got.
okay.
Oh yeah, he's
He does
definitely
have
got.
a-
He's
he is
got
a-
riz. He's
yeah.
got charisma.
Yeah,
He has
well-
the cool Philly way of talk. Was he from Philly?
No, he's from
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh
Oh,
accent.
yeah.
Wait, Scuba, what's your name again? It's Charlie?
Charlie.
Yeah.
Good name.
Yeah, Charlie.
Is your dad named Charlie?
No.
Oh,
I think it's a fake name.
yeah, maybe. Oh,
It might be.
It might be a fake name.
So, man, she called it hard.
Yeah.
There you go.
Are you He's in love with me. Are you single? No. What are you looking for? Like, are you looking for fun? Are you looking for something serious?
I want a child.
Dude, trust
like
me, no,
that.
you don't.
I like how that was not an option.
Yeah. Well, he's true to the point.
Do you want a family or like you just want to get someone pregnant?
He wants a family.
I mean, I'll take the family, but ultimately, I just want the child.
I have a friend like this.
Well,
But
now
here's-
I'm scared.
There's a lot of people
Yes.
like this.
Yeah, but
This
here's
is
the
a
thing, though, Charlie. If you
common
just
theme.
want the child and you don't want the family, you're probably not going to get to see that child that much if it
Yeah.
doesn't work out.
Unless
just
you
wanna-
kill her.
I mean,
Unless you just want to say.
no, I
he's
mean,
not outside.
I want the family, but if the family doesn't work out, at least I have the
No,
child.
I
that's,
see.
that's the same.
Right.
Yes.
You didn't clarify, and I honestly was like, we have to hang up.
Sure. Yeah.
I was like, this guy's scaring me.
No, there's a lot of men that do this, and I honestly, like, if you asked me 10 years ago, I'd probably say the same thing. Yeah, so I get that.
I mean, I would say that, like, if you want to try, like, if you want a woman, like, if you start dating up in age, because you're 29, if you find, like, a 35-year-old, clock's ticking for them.
Yeah.
So you'll have more success there.
Yeah, but it's almost guaranteed to go bad.
Not
But
a
it does keep my
guarantee.
goals.
No,
I
not
think there's-
necessarily.
Yeah.
Not a guarantee, but
They wouldn't date you because women, like older women, are not going to want to waste time either.
Yeah.
So if they're like really, if they're not into you, they're just not into you. Like someone that's going to be with you and have a baby with you is at least somewhat into you.
right, yeah, and a geriatric pregnancy is like
I
it's
hate
really
that
good.
term.
You know, those are great. You definitely want to go for a 35-year-old woman, dude. Yeah, no, it's awesome.
yeah. It's literally, I joke with my
hoping more
wife
like
because when you turn,
maybe like 25 to 30.
Well, 25 to 30, they still want to have some fun.
Florida.
Oh, Florida.
I feel like they all get married or they get pregnant at like 13.
Yeah, maybe.
I
might be a different breed out there.
I say go every year to the high school graduations in your area and just like it's first dibs at this point. Go for it.
It's a long line though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess you just gotta
I
get
hear
out there.
women are at coffee shops. I hear
Yes.
like the main purveyor of coffee shops are women.
Yep, and they're sitting
Because
there.
I've never been in one.
So
yeah,
go.
because men
You
make
gotta
coffee
go.
at home.
Yeah, it's true. I got a little French press.
Do you really?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we're talking about
100%.
men
Getting a lot
right
of
now.
sneeze off of that?
Oh yeah.
Off of the French press at
Oh,
home?
so many. Like popping through the window.
Oh yeah.
Charlie, go to the coffee shops.
Yeah, coffee shop's good.
Florida. Every time I
Sounds
go
like
to
just
Florida,
anywhere
there's-
that there's women.
Yeah, the MILF specifically because that's
Yeah.
his tactic.
especially in
He's
Florida.
And be comfortable getting rejected. It's okay. It's not a big deal.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, the
that
guy who
happens
gave you
plenty of
his number probably gave 100 women his number.
Yeah,
tonight.
exactly.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's just
like those-
approach a
those-
bunch of women.
Yeah, the guys who give numbers, they play the numbers game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys like being. Those guys. There's some comics who like being in the field. Like,
Yeah.
like I go to Union Square.
I mean, it's
and
just
then
like
I
another
ask
open
ladies.
mic,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
Just make sure you take a picture of her so you can reverse Google search her later.
Dude, there was this
Don't
guy,
do that.
There was,
Please don't do
There was a
that.
guy in Toronto, this open micer in Toronto, who's from China, and he had a black tooth. And for some reason, he was teaching pickup artistry, but like I don't think he's ever been with a woman. It was, but
Did he have this
How
halitosis?
do
No, he just had a
how do
black tooth.
Canadian women feel about American men, Danny? Yeah, with enough
the
money, I could get one
super
of them
liberal
Snow White-
ones, like the
Snow Whites.
the super liberal ones, probably don't like. I mean, especially right now, Canadians are not loving Americans, just with all the Trump stuff. But
But they're the 51st state.
not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Well, I
It's
hear
just
like
fine.
Alberta is filled with these Americans.
yeah. I mean, Alberta, and if anybody's in Calgary, Alberta, I'll be there this weekend, June 5th to 7th. At the
Good
Lap Shop.
plug. Thank you,
But
Charlie.
the great sovereign nation of Alberta. But I mean, you go to Alberta, but you're not going to want to go to Alberta. I'm telling you. Like, you just go to Texas at that point. No need to leave America. It's the same type of person, and it's freezing cold.
Oh, really? It's Texas, but freezing.
It's, dude, like Edmonton in the wintertime is below zero. It's insane. Like, it's painfully cold.
But that's the province that wants to be its own thing, right?
Yeah, they want us to secede from Canada.
Yeah.
They're working on it. All right, Charlie. Well, hopefully this was helpful. Good luck.
Come back to Side Splitters, Danny. I missed you the first time.
I'll be back.
Because I was
I'll be back.
working.
Oh, you're in Tampa. That's where my wife's from. Oldsmar.
Yeah.
You know that place, Oldsmar?
Yep.
That's where my wife's from.
Yep.
All right.
There's a BMX track there. I used to race on it.
There you go. There you go.
BMX and scuba.
Cool. Later,
I'm
then.
already wet.
Okay.
Charlie, everybody. Hello. You're on the Bathhouse.
Yo, what's up?
What's happening? Who are we speaking with here?
It's not Matt.
Not Matt.
Not Matt.
What's up, not Matt?
It's somewhat of an alias, I guess, right?
Sure.
So
good.
I feel like maybe I can help because I kind of have the inverse problem of Pablo.
Okay. Getting too much. Pablo,
I get-
for people who don't know, is he's a regular caller who's just having
Oh.
trouble with the ladies.
Oh.
I get girls, but I can't really stand them after a few dates.
Okay.
That's
So
normal.
normal. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
was gonna
sounds like
say.
dating.
Is this pre or post you guys hooked up?
Oh, no, it's not. Oh, yeah. Always like hook up and like I never was like a club guy in my 20s, but like having a little bit of money
Yeah.
makes a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sure.
the other thing is you just don't give a fuck. Like the vibe thing is purely based on whether they think you want to, like, I hate the word close or not, but if you aren't pressed about it and it's just a conversation.
Yeah.
then
Yeah. They don't.
generally
Women
it's
have a
chill.
unique sense of or a unique ability to sense desperation.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like if you just don't push too hard on it. The other thing that's like a cool icebreaker is order something like really fucking weird. Like order Black Sambuca or like aguardiente or like something that like because everyone does shots at tequila and vodka and shit.
Sure.
Order something weird.
Yeah.
I'm with him on
then
this.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
I'm hella autistic. I'm a software engineer, like, but I just kind of test and try stuff and it works.
You just A/B
The
testing.
weird
I was going to
trick-
say you're used to trial and error, so this is your
Basically.
thing.
So you order something
Yeah,
weird and then
literally.
someone
And-
notices at the bar?
Or you order, you go like,
No.
can I
For a
buy you
girl.
drink?
You
Yeah.
get them.
Oh.
No, you ask, hey, have you ever tried this before? It's kind of funky. They try it, and either they like it and they're like, let's do another, or they're like, that was disgusting, and you're like, all right, let me buy you a shot of something you actually
Yeah,
like.
because either
Nice.
way,
And
it's
then
a
you've got two
conversation
drinks and you're
starter.
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This actually reminds me of
Exactly. It's an icebreaker.
100%.
the very first member of the Low Value Mail Patreon, which is this guy, Brian. And his thing was that he would always go to this bar and he would bring a glass boot, like glass, that he would just have them fill up. And he just was like, it was just a weird thing.
It's a
And he
conversation
would give that
starter.
to girls?
No, he would just drink out of it.
And girls would probably go
would be
up to him.
girls would go
Yeah,
up to him and be like, What's up with the
100%.
boot? And he met his wife there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
With
really
the
what
boot?
it is.
With the boot. He brought his
That's
own
amazing.
glass boot to a fucking bar.
I hope,
that
does he have it in it like on the fireplace?
Probably.
mantle now?
Oh, he for sure still has
Yeah.
it. 100%. He would just bring it every time he went to the
Wow.
bar.
Imagine he has multiple boots.
Oh, he has multiple.
How many women did you get with
What?
this
You
boot?
think he breaks the one boot? He's like, I'm never having sex again. No.
He's like trying to glue it together with blood in his hands.
Yeah, it's like Mike. You have
Yeah.
to have the shoe.
He's like drinking shards of glass.
If the boot doesn't fit.
You don't think he's keeping that? You don't think he's keeping it out as like a thread of like, bitch, if you divorce me?
Yeah, I still got,
got
the
the
boot,
boot.
bitch.
Yeah, and they're made for walking.
Yeah. Well, the chick's in the. She'll take it in the divorce, but.
And the other thing that I learned is that like, so I have like, I have a job and then I do contract work and then I do like day trading on the side too. So I'm always busy, and it's kind of like what you said to Heroin Chris a while ago.
Yeah.
That like where he was saying he never got more play than when he was like hooked on H, and you said, you know, women love a guy who know that they're not their first priority.
Right.
I guess is
Yeah.
some of it.
This is back to the
And so I
desperation
just
thing.
go-
I just don't want you to. But like early on.
It depends on what they're looking
Like
for.
early on, in like when you're talking to a guy, you don't want him fucking texting you 500 times a day. You're like, what do you
Well, but
do?
Unless they like you.
It's that
Yeah,
weird
but that's still
inverse
too
of power.
much. Like, I mean, even if you're a guy, if you like a girl, don't text her 500 times a day because it's not benefiting you in any way. If anything,
But yeah, true. And like we're allowed to text you 500 times
sure.
a day.
Yeah.
And like, don't respond back right away. Maybe take like, don't be like texting back tomorrow, but give it a couple hours.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
yeah. I don't
after a
know.
couple hours, I'm like, fuck you.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
but that
But
means
then
you're
they
thinking
text you
about
back.
it.
and then-
No,
Yeah.
it depends. That's what I'm saying. It depends on the girl. For me, I'm like,
Right.
oh, you're not interested. I'm not interested,
Right.
and then I move
Interesting.
on.
Yeah, it's a tough game.
Yeah, when I was dating, I
And
did have a
this
girl
one-
saying that. Huh?
I was going to say the last thing that I've learned is that it really is culturally dependent.
Yeah.
I don't date white women anymore because like I don't know, all my sisters are white and they're psychos, and I'm like, yeah, I can't deal with this.
Yeah, I've gone with
So
Latin
I've-
women.
I've
They're
gotta-
not unhinged at all.
Yeah.
Universally understood to
Hey,
be
man, look
calmer
at
women.
Latinas. Yeah,
What?
man. Yo,
Really?
me
You date
gustan
Latinas?
nalgas, man? Like,
You're in the Latinas?
yeah, only.
And I mean,
Well,
the
I
whole
dated a
trope is that they
Latina
try
I'm
for
to
shocked that you
kill
went that
you.
direction.
You haven't had any of that?
Well, I was with a Latina for 10 years. You know, blah blah. I know, like I speak Spanish, so it's like it's culture to me at this point. And the thing I've learned is that like those like Latino dudes are stupid aggressive with women, and so they get sick of it. And so they kind of enjoy the, oh, this dude's not giving me any attention. What am I doing wrong? And it's like it's part of that like toxic culture where they're like, if you're just ignoring them and they're like, trying to look nice, and it's like, well, every dude in here has hit on me and I've rejected them, but this dude is just ignoring me. What the fuck is going on?
Right.
And
It's all mind games.
it bothers them. It really is. And it's maybe autism is a superpower here because like
You can
when I'm
read
buying
things.
cars, the mind games don't faze me.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it just doesn't bother me. Like high pressure sales tactics don't bother me. Like all
Right.
that shit doesn't bother me. And so it's like I can kind of see what you're doing and I can play it up
Just loud noises.
like Daniel's people.
Yeah.
So what? You're just going to like clubs and leak coding in the corner?
Oh, the other thing is clubs. Don't go to clubs. Go to things that are one below clubs.
Yeah, 'cause you
where
can't
the
talk to
music
anybody
is
there.
loud enough.
Like a dive bar.
Yeah, dive
Yeah,
bars are
go
great.
to like No, not a dive bar. This may be like unique to like Latino restaurants, but like after like 10 p.m. they'll move all the tables and like start playing salsa, bachata, cumbia, reggaeton.
They do that at the Outback.
I actually was in one of these
so,
restaurants he's talking about
like,
recently. After, I went to some concert in Port Chester at the Capitol Theater.
That's where dreams are made.
Yeah, it was like this weird like psychedelic show, and then we left, and it was like the only bar that was open was one of these places, and it was like we went there and it's like, this is so weird, and we were it was not the vibe we were looking for, that's for
once
sure.
they start playing Bad Bunny, it's over. Once they start playing Bad Bunny, the night's over, and it's just
Nueva
like
Yo.
fun time.
Yeah. So you're saying just don't white women are the devil.
Make money, date Latinas.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's kind of like a one away from being solved Rubik's Cubes. Like black guys like white girls, like white guys like Latinas nations, like black women like white men. It's Asian men. Like I don't know if you've like Matt McCusker has this whole theory about how like black women and Asian guys are like the ultimate because they're both like anime nerds.
Sure. They're both
That's a good point. Yeah, and they're both like left with each other. Yeah.
Yeah, and like so white guys tend to be more timid and restricted because they've been scolded forever about like approaching women. But like black guys and Latinos don't really have that because their culture is, it teaches just be direct. Sure. And so like they'll approach the white women, and the white women are like, oh, where was this energy this whole time? Latinas and Asians, it's kind of like the other way where it's like, they're getting approached all the time, and they're like, oh, a breath of fresh air. Cool.
Sure.
Interesting.
And I don't know. It's kind of like a weird cross-cultural thing that I've noticed, and I like most of my friends are like Latino at this point. I've noticed that like that type of like mixing, like all my Latino like guy friends are like, yeah, like white women, and all like my like Latina friends and like guys who are married to Latinas are like, yeah, white guys are the best. They're like so chill. Like we can flip out and they're not going to like lose their mind. Like
sure,
they can act a little bit psycho, and the dude's not going to put his fist through a wall.
I mean, I know
he's
some
just going
guys
to be
who
like
are,
a sounding board.
Yeah.
Honestly, all the people I've ever watched.
This has been some solid advice, by
Yeah.
the way. Yeah, but this is pretty solid advice here.
I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave my white girlfriend. I'll tell you that. She's a bitch.
I don't know. I had to learn how to date again at 30, and it sucked. But like it really is trial and error, and then you kind of like see some patterns, and then you just attempt stuff. And I realized that like I'm not the guy who's going to be like Gucci down at the club. I wear what I wear, but I drive a BMW M, and so like there is kind of like I guess maybe that's like the mystery to it, where it's like, oh, this guy's not blowing like $4,000 on clothes, but he's driving a $150,000 car.
Sure. So guys, if you're watching, just get a $150,000 car.
That's chump change.
Sure. Just all the guys out there who can't be women. All you need is a BMW M.
That's king shit. Good for you.
Well, it's not.
No, I know.
Well, it's not that. It's like I busted. Like so,
I mean,
I
it's
dropped out of college
not
and everything,
that.
and I just worked my ass off.
That is a factor, not Matt.
Well, if a girl approaches me after they see the car, like I ignore them because it's like, oh, you're like you care about the car. But if it's like you just want to strike up a conversation, you're interested, like it's cool. And the worst comes to worst, like you become friends with the girl, and then all of her like friends that she's friends with are like, yeah, this dude's a solid dude.
All right, you lost
like,
me at the
I had to, like, no. Hear me out. This is crazy. Hear me out.
Diabolical.
Wait, so you're just having tea with a bunch of Latino women all the time, like just talking about problems?
Probably
No,
not.
no, this chick it was 5'10" and like was a power lifter, and so we were getting drunk, we were hitting it off. Like I had seen her at the place a couple times. And then she's there with her friend. Her friend's real cute, like 5'2", and she looks nice. But like I'm just chilling. Like I was working that night, so I was on call, so I couldn't get too blasted. And the dude like does something to her friend when they're getting in the Uber, and she like books it out and starts like kicking his ass.
Whoa, the power lifter.
And so I like pulled her off of him, and I was like, yo, you're gonna get in trouble. And then the next time I saw her, she had like 4 of her friends with her, and she's like, yo, this is this is this guy, and he's like a chill dude. He's like, he looked out for me that one night, like.
So you actually managed to stick the landing on the White Knight.
Yeah.
That's a tough landing right there.
And then you got 4 referrals.
Yeah.
That's really good.
That's really
Holy
good.
shit.
Well,
the White Knight's a tough one.
You gotta see this guy. He's a great guy.
Just to roid it out.
It's commensurate. No, but it's just commensurate with the amount of like I'm not like, she's not getting hit on, and I'm like, oh no, like. She does, it's not like the whole like fridge defending the snacks argument. It's more of just you're gonna get in trouble for this because he's smaller than you and you're beating his ass. It's like, just break it up, go home. You're drunk, he's drunk, chill out.
Was she hard to restrain?
And it wasn't. No, I'm 6'4" and like 310.
310?
Like I had.
I think all the things that, I think you just have a winning. You got a $150,000 car.
for you,
You're 6'4",
yeah.
you're 310.
You're autistic.
Well, the 310 could go either way. You could be Brock Lesnar 310. Or you could be comic book guy.
But even 3, if you're what are you middle?
I'm built more like a middle linebacker.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, I've got like a little bit of, of a gut, but like.
Well, but you wear
like,
well. You wear well.
Yeah, my ex always said I was like fairly well worn with how heavy I was.
Okay.
Like, and so like, it's like muscle under fat because like I stopped working out to focus on my career for a while, and it's like, I don't know, it works, but like, I don't know, I just chill.
What kind of software engineer are you?
I am a back-end software engineer, but I am currently making the move to like an MLE position because my company is moving more into machine learning tooling.
The time to move in is now, not 10 years ago.
Well, here's the thing.
Burn.
There's multiple different types of like machine learning careers now. Before it was just you worked in machine learning.
Mm-hmm.
But now machine learning is kind of evolving so that there's like modelers, there's like MLEs, which are kind of what like data engineers were 10 years ago, where it's you're building the infra that delivers stuff to and from the models. And then you have like PhD mathematicians that do the actual model building. And so it's creating kind of a very nice design structure for like, I guess this really only exists in like FANG or the Big Seven.
Yeah. Are you an SDM or are you a principal?
How do you know all this?
I'm a DAS right now, but I want to become a principal.
You want to
become a principal?
You want to become a
bunch of
principal?
nerds around here.
I know, seriously.
Guy drives a BMW.
I want to be a principal because there's a nice bump in stock.
Right.
Salary, you don't get a ton of salary with it, but you generally get more stock because you become like a senior IC, and then you own a pillar of architecture within the company.
All right, this is way too boring.
Sorry. I just wanted to see.
I was like, what is this? A fucking LinkedIn in your life or
Thinking
something?
about like the dinner I want to
Yeah.
Last thing, what M model do you have? What M model?
Last question. What M model?
What M?
Yeah.
What M?
So I have two. I have an X5M and I have an M3.
Wow.
All right.
Both of them are comp.
Wow.
The M3 is an F series and it's full bolt-on tuned stage 3.
All right. Big shit, Matt. Okay, I gotta let you go, Matt.
It's all right. He'll pay for a lot in repairs.
Enough of this. Dylan Farnham says,
a lot of money to buy a lot of repairs.
Yeah. Hello, you're on the Bathhouse. Who are we speaking with? This gentleman was calling before the show even started.
Oh shit, dude! This is Kyle from Pittsburgh.
Kyle from Pittsburgh. What's up? The great city of Pittsburgh.
I don't have a whole lot of time. My phone about to die.
You called us.
She has like a terminal illness.
Yeah, well, I just want to say, how could you let that guy call and suck your dick so hard? Oh, Danny, do you remember when you talked about this? And then, McCusker, he talked about this.
I mean, he had some good. Here's the thing: he actually had some good tips, to be honest. But then certain things where you go like, okay, you have 2 BMWs.
Yeah, he may make 500.
Yeah. You're 6'4", you're 310 pounds, but you wear it well. You're like, some of the things actually were actionable, but then you're like, you also have these other things which could potentially cloud like how good your other strategies are.
I personally felt he was trying to peacock for Rebecca in a way.
I also felt like he was lying about every single thing.
Nah,
Just like a little guy in the
that's why I sized him up with the
Yeah,
software.
sized
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
shop talk.
Yeah, that,
The shop talk.
I wanted to
guess
see
I
how
zoned
valid it
out
was.
on all of this.
Yeah.
I guess I zoned out on all of this because I tried to call so many times. I think I'm on about a 20-minute delay, so I didn't even get all of that. I was like, why is he quote? We all listen. If we listen to this podcast, we're clearly listening to all those other podcasts.
Sure. Yeah.
It's
But no,
like,
he
stop
honestly
quoting podcasts.
he
Get to the
did
point.
have some nuggets of wisdom there. I will be honest.
Yeah.
He did. He did have some things where like
He read it in a book.
yeah, probably. But whatever. It's just like he synthesized it. I mean,
He has been brainwashed by the Latina community.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, we're superior. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. I mean, hey man, if that's what floats
for
your
him.
boat.
Yeah.
So Kyle, is that what you want to talk about? Because you called in before he called in. You must have certainly had something else you wanted to talk about.
I don't know. When I called in was when I started drinking. I probably just had a fucking dumb joke to make, but I honestly didn't even think I'd get through.
Oh.
I understand now why so many people when they pick up go, oh shit, I'm on.
Yeah. People kind of don't realize. I go, oh, I'm through. I did that once when I was 13 years old at the Howard Stern show.
I did that with C100.
I literally it was Howard Stern came to Canada because there was no Howard Stern in Canada. You couldn't listen to it because it was on terrestrial radio. And then I was like, I used to wake up at 6 a.m. to like listen to Howard Stern.
Wow.
And then I called and I got through. And
Wow.
I was like, what the fuck? And then he hung up on
This
me.
tracks. He hung up on you.
But yeah,
I guess if I don't really have a question, I guess I could give a story. You guys want to
Sure.
Yeah.
hear about the time I drank a fifth of rum and then met a guy, bought a strip of acid, and ate that strip of acid?
Oh yeah, that sounds really
That was
stupid.
me in high school, bro. Let's spice up the story a bit.
But dude,
When
it
you
was
say a
good
strip of
time,
acid,
so-
how many hits are we talking about?
10 hits.
Oh, so you bought the
Wow.
full strip.
Oh,
You
shit.
bought the entire row of a sheet.
So the
How
real
are you
story is
alive?
after the acid.
Okay.
Yeah, like who you are
Dude,
now.
yeah, I mean, I'll
It
tell
was
you, I know
fucking-
people
yeah,
who are,
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm married. I got
You
a
just
nice
called 20
life.
times before the show
Well, yeah, I got nothing to do. My wife's at work. What am I supposed to do?
Sure, that's fair. So you drank a bunch of, and what was how long did the trip last?
It was probably about like 12 hours or
That's
so.
it?
But
That is not good
For
acid.
10 hits?
I don't know. It could have been 15. This was a while ago. But like basically what happened was, so I drank a fifth of Captain, and my buddy hit me up and was like, "Hey, I got some new white on white." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I got you. Let me get a strip." I don't even remember. I don't remember eating it. I remember buying it, and then the next thing I know is I'm just all of a sudden I'm on my bike, and my buddy's next to me, and I can only see him if he's talking. Like there's a spotlight over top. There's a spotlight over top of me, and I'm riding my bike, and I can only see my buddy when he's talking to me. He when he starts talking, he drifts up next to me, and I can see him, and I can't understand what he's saying. It's like complete gibberish, and then he stops talking, and then he kind of drifts away, and then all of a sudden I go to like turn on a bend, and then I'm like walking like into my house, into my apartment at the time, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm just like sitting in the living room. I'm like talking to my roommates and stuff. I don't really understand what they're saying, and I go, okay, let me go down to my room. I go to walk down the stairs, and I'm walking into darkness. All of a sudden, boom, I'm riding my bike again.
Okay.
And as I'm...
Is it a bicycle?
Yes, I'm on my bicycle.
Oh, okay.
Turns out, I found out the next day that I was doing this on bicycle day. Had no fucking clue.
That's the day that Albert Hoffman first took LSD.
Yeah, it was on...
Oh, really?
I literally have a photo.
How do you know this?
I thought that was a
Guys,
made-up
I
holiday.
have a photo in my home a framed like photo of this artist. His name's Dean Chamberlain, and it's a portrait of Albert Hoffman, and it's signed by Albert Hoffman.
You are such a savant.
Thank you. Yeah, I literally have it because he died like a long time ago.
Yeah, and it's like it's not a print. It's like
it's a print. It's not an original, but it's a photograph. It's like he does these weird like photographs, these like light drawings or whatever, where it's like the guy like he basically took where he like sits in pitch black, and then there's these long exposure photos, and he takes like stage gels and like a flashlight, and he like fills it in with light, and then that's like the photo. It's pretty cool. You can see it, but it's signed by him. It's one of my prized possessions. All right, Kyle. That was not that great of a story. Okay.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm only halfway through the story.
The crescendo.
Dude, so literally, the end of the story is crazy. So like, all of a sudden, I'm like on my bike again. I go to take another bend, and like I'm walking into an apartment like with my buddy, with like people who I don't recognize, and like I find out later that like all of this shit happened, but I essentially was so drunk I browned out, but just those pieces just consecutively like went into like one after the other. But eventually, like I'm in this person's house who I don't know. I go to walk out of the room. All of a sudden, I'm in my buddy's place, and I'm in this like it's a 2-floor house that he's renting. I'm in the first floor. It's completely dark. I'm calling out to people. I'm like, hey, is anybody there? And I just hear this like billowing voice like coming from above. This is where it gets fucking like silly, goofy, and weird. It just goes, did you bring blunts? And I just like, I hear it and I'm like, yo, who's there? Is anyone home? Like, and like, I just hear it going, did you bring blunts? And I'm like, I look and I see there's a light upstairs. So, like, there's a flight of stairs, a landing, a small little turn, and then the upstairs. I start walking up the stairs, and I'm just like, who's fucking there? As I get on the landing and I turn, there's a huge flash of light. I'm sitting in my buddies who I've been riding with in his bedroom. It's him, his brother's girlfriend, and both of his roommates, and his brother is in my face going, did you bring blunts? And I fucking like snap out of it and I go, where the fuck have I been? It was fucking crazy.
Did you bring blunts?
It was like
Did you bring them?
Well, dude, I was supposed to. But
sounds like you were supposed to bring them. Yeah. Sounds like you were so fucked up that you ruined everybody else's night.
Maybe they asked him for blunts.
Like he said he was bringing blunts.
Yeah. Dude, I don't want that guy over here. No, he's bringing blunts. It's cool.
No, seriously, if he's not bringing blunts, he can't come over here.
He's always doing
not
acid
a good hang.
And giving so many details and stories.
I found out that I actually gave myself a concussion that night, and that's why I got so cloudy. I was riding my bike down a hill. My buddy said I Supermaned on my bike, went head over fucking heels, and slammed my fucking head off the ground. I still have a knot on my head from that day.
Ouch.
So basically, I got shit-faced drunk, ate 10 hits of acid, and concussed myself, and had the strangest night of my life.
All right. Well, good story. Going to take another call. Thank you for calling in. Yeah. Appreciate it, Kyle. All right. That was Kyle, everybody. That story was like a 3 out of 10.
My wife has given less details in stories when I've asked.
Me too, and my wife's Jewish. All right. Sorry.
Danny's Jewish.
Hello. You're on the Bathhouse.
Yo, I just wanted to compliment the video quality sync. It's working.
Thank you. I embarrassingly ran a number of tests before this show started because we've had issues the past couple of weeks that all got posted live online. I thought they were just tests that were not getting posted online.
Oh, word.
And it's just they all got posted. Thank you.
So you got to delete them later?
I already did delete them. People were responding to them like, oh, God damn it. All right, that was it.
Cool. Good talk.
Dylan Farnham says, can you make up to us missing low-value mail? Found a human smuggling ring on YouTube. Thanks for shouting out my channel. A bunch of us low-value males have been deep diving on targeted individuals. Send the link, Dylan. I'll check it out.
We got a call.
We got a call. Okay. Oh, he's been trying to get through all night. By the way, happy belated birthday to Heroin Chris. Hopefully not Heroin Chris anymore. Happy 30th birthday. It was yesterday.
Recovered Chris.
I hope. Well, I'm not quite there yet, but he's supposed to be like 11 days clean. Oh, what the hell? I hope he calls in. I hope he calls in and says he hasn't done heroin in 11 days, but we'll see. Hello. You're on the Bathhouse. Please turn down your speaker. Hello. Do we have the thing again? Probably we have this fuck up again. Hold on. Let me just unpair it and pair it.
Are you sure people aren't just being weird?
No. Well, usually when it's like several in a row, we'll see. Hello.
Hey, y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. All right, it wasn't us somehow.
Thank you.
What's shaking?
Hey, yeah, I was calling in. I was calling in about Greece and cops.
Okay, Greece and cops.
Yeah. So first off, with the police, if police ever ask you, first off, don't be a fucking dickhead with cops. Just
I agree.
Don't. But yeah, just they're not our friends. But this place would be a shithole without them.
Mm-hmm.
If a cop ever asks you where are you going, where did you come from, or where you're going,
where
all
did
you
you
gotta
come
say
from?
is,
Cotton
I'm going to
Nutches.
my destination.
You say I'm going to my
Yeah, all you gotta say
destination?
is I'm going to where I'm headed. I'm going to my destination. If they ask you where you're leaving from, all you got to say is I'm leaving from my point of origin. Do it with a nice smile, you know. And if you're a chick,
Well, here's the
passive
thing.
aggressive.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. So I watch on TikTok all the time guys who basically.
by the way, I'm white.
Yeah, he's white.
No.
But guys who like bait cops essentially. Like,
Oh,
there's,
yeah.
there's all these dudes who like know like the Constitution and like all this. They're not necessarily sovereign citizens, but they like
The auditors,
and
public
shit.
auditor,
and they
whatever
always
there.
get tased. It's
Yeah.
my favorite shit. They're like the best shit because they always get tased. But they'll do these things where like they'll go through checkpoints and stuff like a breathalyzer, like a ride check or whatever, and they'll crack their window like an inch, and then the cop's like, roll down your window, and it's like, it's fine. You'll roll it down. He goes, I can hear you. You can hear me. It's fine.
Oh, God.
Whatever, which legally you're allowed to do, but so few people know this stuff, right? And then they'll like literally be like, they'll just say like something, and then the cops are just like, they don't know what to do, essentially, because they're trying to catch you with some shit.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, first off, I live in Texas, and to the Texas State Constitution, DUI checkpoints are unconstitutional. That's like a full violation of the Fourth Amendment, both in the federal and the state level over here.
Yeah. But they have them though, right?
Yeah.
Well, they have in Texas, I believe.
No, not in
Arizona has
Texas.
them as well, where they have citizen checkpoint, like citizenship checkpoints.
Yes, 'cause
within America, and so you see these ones all the time. People are like, "I'm in America. I don't have to prove I'm American," and they're like, "Yes, you do." And they're like, "No, I don't." And they get in these huge fucking arguments. With them.
Yeah, I saw a TikTok the other day of a guy who a bunch of Mexicans in a truck, and the cop was like, "Who are these guys?" And he's like, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah, he goes,
Because
he
just
goes, "We're
kept saying-
American," and he goes, "Show me your fucking paper." Basically, show me your papers, and they're like, "No."
People are saying, I mean, I'm a naturalized citizen from a white nation, but people are saying, oh, ISIS racist because they only target black and brown folks. And it's like, motherfucker, I live in Texas. If you look at everybody who sneaked through the border and was caught on camera, they're all black and brown and a bunch of well-dressed Orientals. So it's just,
Slav, yeah. Chris,
like I'm
Chris from Brooklyn's here. He tells you to shut the fuck up. he heard you.
Hey, what's up? High society, bro. Right fucking gang.
Slav.
But what is? I was calling in about Greeks and Indians. So Greeks and
I like
olive
how he
oil.
added Indians.
Actually, I have a lot of knowledge of Indians as well. Let's go.
So what is it? Greeks did not invent olive oil for cooking.
Hang up on this
And they
motherfucker.
cooked
Hang
full-
up on him. Unbelievable.
Hit it.
All right. You state your case.
That red
State your
button's
case.
there for you.
I'm ready to
You're
press
on
the button.
thin ice,
Greeks
pal.
didn't invent olive oil. Let's fucking go.
All right. So Greece has come full circle because they've legalized the marriage between homosexuals.
Yeah, I know.
So
Begrudgingly.
next step they're gonna do, yeah, and the next step they're going to do is they're going to allow homosexuals to marry and adopt children. And this is what I asked. Well, like, why do only homosexuals only adopt boys? and it's just going to be in a few
That's
years.
not true.
where
That's definitely not true.
They adopt
Wait, is
boys that identify as girls later.
Well, no, back to this olive oil
Yeah.
thing.
Hey, where did this come from?
This is Slav. He calls it
Oh, okay.
regularly.
He's
This
your
is-
guy.
Yeah. And so with the
Back to the olive oil. Stay on
the
topic
olive oil, it was an event. It wasn't discovered. Okay, it's not an invention. It's just a discovery. It wasn't invented for cooking. It was invented as a lubrication method.
Yeah.
Freaks over there.
I know
for
that.
The previous topic.
Is that true?
Yeah, and then, but my whole thing is because a lot of people listening, they have to deal with Indians. They're now implementing AI systems that cover the accent.
Oh yeah.
The only
So
thing
now they're
is-
.com Indians.
Yeah. yeah. Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Nice.
That's hilarious.
But
bro.
won't you be able to tell
So,
by the way
one
that they
thing
speak?
is-
when
No,
they're like,
dude, the AI is going to be so
No,
good.
just
that's
to
the
funnel it?
syntax.
It'll be
That's the
literally zero latency. Like
Wow.
it instantly. Well, the thing
So-
you'll be able to tell is when they're being like calling you deer, and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Americans don't call you deer.
Hello, dear.
And you go, they don't.
They always
Yeah,
have
so
two
this-
Americanized names, though. That's how I think you can tell. They're like, this is John Jacob Hangel Schmidt. Is the owner of the house here? And
That's
you're
the
like,
thing.
what?
They're gonna figure all this out. Like
Yeah.
call center
So-
jobs in the West are like dead.
Yeah.
Here's the hack. One, listen to the syntax, which is sentence structure, and secondly, call them Dalit. Dalit is a Hindi word for their lowest caste system.
Yeah, but what if you're
will
calling some
chimp
dude
the
in?
fuck out?
What if you're calling some dude in Texas Dalit, and he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Wait,
In
you know,
Missouri.
India
Exactly,
has
there
like
you go.
20
It's
different
a
languages
spelling-
too.
What do you want?
Yeah, but it's the,
Oh, you want a
it is
pickle?
the-
Oh, I thought those were a plate of salt
Yeah,
pickles.
Sorry, we
Sorry, they're talking about food. It's captivating.
So that's
you,
the.
you can order food. Karen Fian literally will eat an entire pizza during one of these.
I don't want to pay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, if she wants pickles, she might need check if she's pregnant. But what
That's
is it?
usually
With
the first
Dalit,
sign.
that-
That's usually.
Wait, I thought you're
yeah.
supposed to eat pickles when you're pregnant.
I heard they get you pregnant.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh,
That sounds like some.
all that money I spent
Yeah,
on
so
IVF.
basically calling somebody Dalit, it's like the Curry Turing test.
This is gonna be literally you're
It's
like
a
Dalit,
basic-
and someone's like some dude in Missouri's like delete, and you're like Dalit, and they're like delete what? And you're like Dalit.
No, you gotta hit it. You gotta hit it with the accent. You gotta go with Dalit, like it's spelled D-A-I-L-I-T.
What's your day job? Do you
but
have one?
gotta-
He works in geography.
Clearly.
No,
specializes in
I have a
pattern
different job.
recognition.
I have a different job now.
Oh, you have a different
I'm a
job.
pipe fitter.
You're a pipe fitter.
Oh,
I'm a
he's the
pipe
one
fitter.
laying pipe.
yeah, he's laying pipe.
Yeah, he made a little too many of his opinions known at work, and now he's in the trades. All right, I gotta take this call here, Slav.
Well,
Good
I
talking
mean-
to you, Slav, everybody.
What did that have to do with olive oil?
I don't know. He had one sentence on olive oil.
It's hard to
I like
keep
how
him,
he
it's very hard
added-
to keep him on track.
But he added
transitions
different
better than some
demos.
comics, I
Yeah,
know. Hello?
truly.
You're on the Bathhouse.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
This is Jim from the Midwest. I was
Jim from the
calling
Midwest.
because I'm another autism trooper,
Dalit.
and I just wanted to get some feedback on that. The advice the guy was giving about earlier
From
about
Not
milk.
Matt. Yeah, from Not Matt, the dating advice. Let's hear it. What do you thought? What are your
You gotta
thoughts?
tell me how tall and how much
Yeah,
money and what kind of car you drive first.
Yeah.
No, so there's a little bit of a catch-22 that you might want to be aware of. MILFs definitely they stay in the side of their daughter no matter how crazy they are. And last Friday I actually had a pretty interesting experience that I feel like applies.
Interesting. Let's hear it.
Yeah, so I met this MILF at a comedy club actually, and
First mistake.
she was kind of crazy, but she was flirting with me a little bit. She was rubbing me the right way, and I was like, oh yeah, like this girl likes me. So the night goes on, she's like, actually, well, I'm not interested in you, but like my daughter is. Like my daughter's your age, like you'll love her.
Was she there, the daughter?
And I was like, sure, whatever.
See?
What?
Was the daughter there or no?
No, like just like
Sure.
just fresh
Set
out of
me
she was like she had a fiance, fresh out of that relationship, I guess. There were so many red flags.
Yeah. Okay. So
And
what happened?
so I started talking to this girl, and then like before we even met, she starts saying like, "Oh, I love you. Like I love how you make me feel." No. Yeah.
Oh boy.
They'll love you before you even met?
I
Within
believe this.
within a week of talking.
Oh my god.
She wants to
Just
jump right back into the
text, too.
fiance thing. I think she's just so used to that.
She
Yeah.
didn't like not being a fiance.
Yeah.
I still to this day don't know what happened to that fiance.
So
Oh, yeah.
so what happened? You didn't meet her, did you?
No, as soon as she started saying that, like I dropped off, and this was a month ago.
Dude,
right?
why wouldn't you smash at least?
That is a good question.
Probably, but that's
She loved you.
Maybe
What'd she look like?
So,
Who do you think you are, dude?
That's where the catch-22 comes in. I feel like if you want to smash, you want something easy. Sure, go for the MILF's daughters, but like you're going into crazy. Like she's gonna filter out that daughter. Like the fiance, oh, it's just a past relationship. It's fine. Like she was not giving me any like, oh yeah, my daughter might be crazy. My daughter might tell you like she loves you.
You think she had to say that when she was whoring out her daughter to you after she was rubbing you?
Okay, fair. She is whoring out my daughter.
Yeah.
Or her daughter.
Yeah, what did the daughter look like?
So
not hot enough. If you did,
I
if she was smoking hot, and she said I love you, you'd be like, yeah, I knew it.
It's like she was too hot for me.
Yeah. What did she look like?
So
not hot enough to say I love you.
Yeah, not hot enough to say I love you. Not hot enough to like look past the crazy. You know, there's the whole like hot to crazy ratio.
Sure.
So don't talk to her for a month, and then this last Friday, naturally, she's like, "Oh, hey, actually, I was telling my friends about you, even though like I ghosted her. I never talked to her about it. Like never talked to her for a month." She's like, "Oh, I was telling my friends about you, and they want me to, they told me go get a girl. Like, what are you doing tonight?" And I'm like, "Oh, I can't do this. Like, I'm busy. I'm about to leave in the morning. Like, all this stuff." And she's like, "No, I'm coming over." And I'm like, I still like, "No, please don't. Like, please
you gave her
do
your
not
address?
come over."
She had your address?
Okay. At some point, you start thinking with your dick, or like,
You slept with her.
yeah.
So you did,
okay.
you did smash.
Wait, yeah. After a month.
Yeah. So it does work out. Like, yeah. Like, I mean, yeah. If you want to smash it, it works.
And now you guys have
So
3
what's
kids
the moral
together.
of the story?
Yeah,
here?
I want to know more.
You just want to brag about getting laid.
Yeah. He's like, not only did I get hit on by her mom,
but I also
there
fucked
must,
her.
there must
so good
be,
she loves me.
Yeah.
There must be a little more to the story.
Yeah.
So you smashed.
So
and then
we're
what?
actually no. So we're getting married. No. So this girl comes around the corner, pulling up to my place, and all I have is like a description, and then
Wait, you haven't
like
seen
2
a
Instagram
photo
posts.
of her yet?
No.
Instagram.
What?
oh god,
2 Instagram photos and a description. And the mom, again, is just glazing her. She's just like, "Oh, she's beautiful, exactly their type, beautiful eyes, all this stuff."
Beautiful eyes.
Turns the corner looking like a Pixar mom that like started eating a little bit too many carbs. Like, but like not as good. Like she's joining the military apparently, but I can't imagine her running a mile, let alone like defending our country.
Sure.
Do you exercise?
What?
what? I'm 310 pounds. I have a BMW M. I don't need
Same
to
guy.
exercise.
Well, yeah, so this girl turns around the corner. I'm like, I feel like I was
Deep breath.
catfished.
Well, but you still.
And
I mean, you almost didn't get catfished because you didn't really get to.
I mean, I didn't really get to see.
That's
Sure.
not even that's.
Yeah,
That's not
you were
even-
just overpromised.
Yeah, that wasn't really a.
Which that's on you for believing it from a stranger.
sure.
Well,
Again,
if the mom looked really good, it's a
How the-
fair.
No, but this is the lesson learned by Hot Mom, the MTV show. Date My Mom.
Ooh,
The hottest mom always had the
that was
ugliest
the other
daughter.
thing.
No offense to the ugly daughter.
Well,
Did you
that
have a
was
hot
the
daughter?
other
Do you remember this
flag.
show?
Very niche throwback.
I'm telling you, look at every episode. Did you guys watch this
No, I
show?
never heard of it.
You go on a first date with. Remember this? The roommate is there.
Yes! Oh my
There's
god!
a date with the single guy. Goes on a date with like 4 moms, and then you pick the mom's daughter you want to
my
meet.
God,
And the
yeah.
guy always picked the hottest mom, no matter how the dates went.
Holy
and
shit.
then there's like move that bus, and then
And the girl is the bus.
and he'd be like. Yeah, it was MTV. It was kind of a little bit more raw back then. They'd be
Yeah,
like,
of course.
No,
That's
no.
like Next.
Next was hilarious.
So fucking good.
Damn.
I'm
Yeah.
Kaylee. I'm 19.
Yeah.
So so you hit it, and then what happened?
He quit it.
No, you're still with her.
Well, actually,
Did she tell you
the
she
thing
loved
about
you
the
in person?
thing about the first date with the mom. The thing about the first date with the mom, actually, hanging out with her, should have been a red flag. She looked great, but she did tell me about the thousands of dollars of plastic surgery that she had.
Oh, she was
And
drunk in
tummy
a comedy
tuck.
club.
Yeah.
So you're saying she has money?
Yeah, I mean, the slim pickings over there. Okay, so.
Okay. And so, did the
yeah,
girl tell you she
gave me the
loved you?
rundown of.
Did the girl tell you she loved you in person?
Yeah, at the end of the
Whoa.
night. But the craziest thing, which this is why I called, was as soon as she pulled up, I'm like, I am not having sex with this girl. And I did not know this could happen to guys, but apparently you can be sexually assaulted as a guy.
Oh, this is
It's
an
not
S-
apparently. That's the thing.
this is you were so this end of this story is that you were raped.
That's the moral of the story.
basically.
Did she what?
All right, we're gonna have to hear
Yeah.
more about this. All right, so how did that happen? Did she get you intoxicated? Like,
Were you asking for it?
yeah, what were you wearing? What were you wearing?
A short mini skirt and bloody makeup. So I think I was bringing it upon myself.
So you let her
no,
in
so,
your
like,
house.
Yeah, that was the first mistake. I mean, clearly I was thinking with the wrong head, but like
Yeah.
at the same time, I was like, this girl stumbles in like couldn't walk in a straight line if you put a gun to her head. Like
Drunk?
there was, yeah, like, and I was just like, okay, this girl, I just need to like just drink some water, sit down, whatever. Like, if you need a ride home, I'm not into this. Like, I don't even know why I gave you my address anymore. And then like sits down on my bed and like jumps on me at some
She
point.
shat on your bed? You said?
sits
Oh,
on
shit.
the bed.
I'm sorry.
She shits on my
Like,
bed, jumps on me.
Clearly not what he said.
I'm sorry.
So funny.
Okay, so she jumps on you. She just
Clearly
jumps
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
you. And was she too big where you couldn't get her off of you?
Yeah, actually, like no joke, I could not.
Over and over again, you could not. You had to. I was trying to get her off of
I
me.
was like, oh, I tried
You
so
couldn't
hard.
Krav
It was
Maga
just
a
like-
drunk fat woman? That's on you.
What a roll!
I mean, at some point, maybe actually I wasn't raped. Maybe I just like discovered my true
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it
can be
sounded
into
like.
interest.
Heavy ladies are.
Yeah, it sounds like
Yeah,
you
it's not bad.
weren't necessarily, but
Yeah.
you were kind of coerced, I guess we could say. Favor.
She was very convincing.
Yeah, no, I was. I'm trying to.
If I had blackout
I'm
drunk.
not lying by any means, but definitely trying to jump to conclusions here.
Yeah.
So what now? Are you her military wife? What's like she's being deployed?
Yeah. I think I got recruited.
Yeah, she made you sign a waiver.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
If I don't show up to her house tomorrow, I think I get court-martialed or something like that.
all right. So have you spoken to her since?
No, I was like, hey, that was not cool. Because, like,
Oh, you
again,
actually
she
gave her
was
that
like,
that was not cool.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't even know what happened. Like, genuinely, like, as a guy, I'm like, I don't even know what happened. I don't even think I did anything. Like at some point, she was
you
just riding me while I was fully clothed.
All right. I gotta let you go. I gotta take this
I don't
call.
know. There's some holes in
There's a few holes.
There's a reason why they don't say believe all men.
And he put his dick in the hole. Hello, Rube Star.
Boy, that was a hard story to follow.
I know.
Did he
That's
sleep
coming
with the
from
mom
you.
or the daughter?
He
The
slept with the
daughter.
daughter.
He's gonna bang the mom though. That's how that
Yeah.
goes.
That's how it should have gone.
He's
Yeah.
gonna go to the mom, say the daughter raped him, and she'll make him feel better.
Yeah.
There we go. Rube, how are you?
I'm doing really good. Danny, I fulfilled my end of the deal. I've drank 2 glasses of Rube Juice every day since I think Tuesday or Wednesday.
Are you feeling better?
What vintage?
I think I am.
What vintage?
Oh, fresh. Always fresh.
All fresh. You're not using any of the 8-year stuff.
No, you can't touch that, Danny. If I drank that every day, it would never make it to 8 years.
Right.
How's the enamel on your
Oh,
teeth?
come on, Dylan.
What? To hang up? No.
Callback. Dylan, you're a little piece of shit, man.
Dylan.
This is why I didn't want to do this. Everybody said to bring it back. Rube is drinking 2 glasses of his piss a day.
I have so
But the
many
fresh
questions.
stuff,
Well, yeah, and how hydrated is he?
probably pretty hydrated.
You think, or
I mean, all that piss.
Oh, good. Yeah, he seems like a rational person.
Yeah.
Of course, he'd be
Right.
hydrated.
He's thought it through.
That pisses me off.
Pun intended.
Pun intended. No pun intended. Oh, come on, guys. Hello. Now I'm mad. I wanna hear about
Hey,
this.
Danny.
What's up, buddy?
No, not bad. Actually, shit, this is gonna be a super far callback.
Okay.
You're
always so
Wow, bud, you don't know what I do for a living.
Are you an alcohol tester?
No, even better.
Emergency
I'm an
room
alcohol
surgeon.
taster.
Gasoline snorter.
You a forensic psychologist?
What do you do?
Actually, I work with children.
I knew it. I knew it was a
Rube's
children
going
thing. Yep. Child forensic psychologist?
Hold on, let him finish the story. Rube will call back after.
Oh,
Rube, call back after.
you're joking is a joke. Whoa. No, I was. So before everything, we were talking to the lady about men and vibes and all that jazz.
Yeah.
So what's the best way to get a sweater back? Because
A
at this
sweater?
point, I'm willing to throw money at it.
Why don't
It's
you
a
just buy
really
it?
good sweater. It's cashmere,
Yeah.
and I think that's why she
Ooh.
wants it.
Yeah. I
What's she
don't
gonna do
know.
with it?
That's kind of fucked up that she would take it. That's pretty expensive.
Well, we were kind of dating and everything, and
Did
like,
she get you that
didn't work
sweater?
out.
Do you have the key to her place?
No. My aunt. At this point, I'm half. Like her grandma just died, so I'm going to say it's from my dead aunt. So she feels bad to give it back to me. You know, emotional manipulation.
Is it really from your aunt though?
Yeah, it's from my aunt. Yeah,
Okay,
she's
okay.
alive though, but like
Oh,
she
I
got
get
it
it.
for me. But she doesn't have to know that part.
But she's refused to give it to you?
Yeah, I'm so. How
Or
many
she
times
just
have you
not
asked?
responding
Well,
to you?
no, she's pushing it off.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, little did I know, I had her leather jacket.
Well, sounds like you got a good
I was
trade.
cleaning because I live in Canada, so we have winter. So we were clearing out our winter jackets, and I was like, "What the fuck's this?" And I was like, "Is this yours?" And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, when do you want it back?" And she's like, "Blah blah 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 blah." And then eventually, I finally got it back to her to fucking give it back to her. I'm like, "Okay, now I would like my sweater, please."
And she just won't
And
give you the
didn't give it
sweater.
I
back
don't
to you?
know.
Did you break up on bad
Uh,
terms?
she's at this point, I'm one step away from being fully ghosted, and I'm like, man, this is why people do the fucking murder suicide.
For the sweater.
Yeah,
I
that's
really
usually
like
what
that
it is.
sweater.
It's a really nice sweater.
It's a. I
apparently.
think that's a rational response.
Sure.
It really is. It's honestly like top 10, one of my favorite sweaters. I have like about 13 to 17.
Sweaters.
Really good.
How far away do you guys live from each other?
Well, in Canadian terms,
In
a hop
any
skip, so like 35, 45 minutes.
That's really funny in Canadian terms.
Okay.
A hop skip.
So legitimate advice. A lot of times people in breakups use a tactic of getting something back as a way to meet again.
Yeah.
So she could be interpreting that as a tactic, especially if
But
she
she
was.
did
but
that.
she's not, and she's
She
not
did that with
responding to
this
him.
jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
you
she's
fucked
not-
up because
Oh,
you
you
had,
gave- my
Yeah,
phone,
you
man.
had the
you
collateral.
had the you had the meeting where
Yeah.
you were exchanging things, and she
And you
just
didn't
didn't
get
bring it.
back.
I would have been like, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not giving
you
it back,
your jacket
yeah.
until I get my sweater.
Why don't
think-
you have her put it in the mailbox
Check
and then
this
go?
out.
pick
Yeah,
it
wait.
up?
I feel like we're missing details.
Oh God, novice. I'm a novice. I'm a novice.
This is what you got to do.
Honestly, and like I didn't know I had her leather jacket. I didn't know she had my sweater until I got the photo. Be like, oh, I also have your sweater. And I was like, this bitch. I've been looking for this thing.
Break in, steal the leather
But,
jacket,
no,
text
I'm a
her,
little
hey, I
fucked.
have your jacket again.
Yeah, don't steal your
What?
sweater
Yeah,
back.
not the sweater, just the jacket.
Do the trade.
Real mind games there.
Well, no. At this point, I'm like, yo, $40, neutral location.
Did you try
Give me back
sending
my
like
fucking sweater?
the kind of like?
Did you fuck her over?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what happened?
Why is it?
No, not. He's a bad guy. Not a bad guy as a bad guy. It's just she's like she has a kid and everything, and she's like, I don't see a future with you.
Oh. Does the kid have
I'm
a
not gonna waste
Facebook?
any more time.
How old's the kid?
Yeah, can you talk to the kid?
No.
What if you should pretend to be a 13-year-old girl to talk to the kid?
Oh, that's
You know what? I like sweaters.
Well, he's 5. He's 5.
Okay, so
you're
not
going
wearing
a
the
little bit.
Yeah. So he's on Facebook.
Does she have a new man? You think she
Probably.
do you think she has a new man and just it's like his sweater now?
Yeah, he's wearing it.
I swear to God, knowing her probably, but at the same token, I'm like 6'4".
Everybody is
like to flex
6'4".
that one.
Yeah, conveniently.
Yeah,
But
Do you drive a BMW?
But I have. No, I have a rock climber's build, so it's the exact opposite.
Oh, strong. Hey, climb. Yeah, what? Does she live in a climber house?
I look like a string bean.
So she
But I
could
can
be
hold
using it
myself
as a
with one arm.
snuggie.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm starting to think that something happened to the sweater and she's scared to tell you.
Did you try sending the nice guy text like,
I'm
"Hey,
son of
it
a
means a
bitch.
lot. I would love the
think
sweater."
I'll take damage. But at this point, I'm kind of okay with her friends. Like 2 of her friends I met, I stopped one of them from getting into a fist fight with a chick because of a baby daddy thing.
Okay.
And I thought I was in good terms, and I'm like, yo, man, I'll put a bounty on this. And at this point, I don't know, man. I really like the sweater. I don't want to lose it. I really don't care to talk to her ever again. All I want is just my fucking sweater.
What was the last text you sent to her?
Last text I sent to her was, "Hey, how was your week going?" Because she had a shitty week at work.
Uh-huh.
And then she responded with, "My grandma died."
Okay.
So, not a great segue to
Not
my
a great
sweater.
response.
Yeah.
No.
You won't be like, hey, that's funny.
And
My
then,
aunt died, and I'd like my
then-
fucking
like my
sweater
sweater.
back, you fucking bitch.
Wow, people be dying because
Yeah.
my aunt just died.
Hey, guess what? I want my sweater to be dying in your fucking closet. Give it back to me.
Nice.
I think
Anyway.
literally
It's
sent
gone.
her.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, I think she lost it.
Try to. Could you Google it and rebuy
But
it?
half me is like, sorry. I don't want to. Anyways,
Just rebuy
Alright,
it. Sounds
I
like you're.
half thought it was dead, and I'm a little upset because I don't care to ever talk to her again.
Yeah, it's
A
gone.
fun
It's
time,
gone.
but I just
Yeah.
I like the sweater.
I know. I know
Also,
you like the
before you
sweater.
kick
It's
me
just a
off-
sweater. Just let it go. It's gone.
It's a good memory to look back
The
on.
comment I missed out in the beginning. I forget the female comedian's name.
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
I have to call you out on one comment.
Uh-huh.
A baby with you, somewhat into you. What does that even mean?
A what?
You said if she's willing to have a baby with you, she's somewhat into you as a 45-year-old.
A 35-year-old.
I just think that's not 35-year-old. Oh, sorry, yeah, 45s can't. Well, they could, but
It's expensive.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, expensive, and you get into a book.
Right.
Book.
You can do a book.
What do you mean?
Well, Guinness. I think it's like 78.
Well, 45
I
would.
think she's like 7.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think the oldest woman had a baby at 78. Anyways,
70 is
we're
fine.
getting off track.
Okay, I gotta let
Take
you go.
care.
I gotta let you
Bye.
go. I don't know what the hell that was about. Okay, Logan says Rube needs to do a birthday thing with our guests. Yeah, that'd be great. Rube, call back. Rube, call back. I want to hear about the piss. Dried Coconut says, buy the lady a pickle, Danny. I don't think they sell pickles here.
They have to.
They have them on the
I don't think they
burgers.
sell them. We just ask for a pickle.
But it comes with. Well, that's why
and
I was
then
like, they
Reagan
brought a
says,
burger.
far left, which is, I believe, you, looks like a rapist.
Am I left?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
He
Well,
looks like a rapist.
not charged yet.
Not charged yet.
Far
Is it
right.
because I'm wearing the sun shirt? That's right, bitch.
Okay, here's Rube. Hello, Rube Star. This is gonna be the final call.
The most dangerous show to call into.
Dude,
in
I don't
the
know
world.
what people's issue with you is. You're literally spreading the truth about drinking pee-pee.
Wait, I have questions for you.
Well, let's not get.
Yeah, let's not get my
I got
channel.
a question for you. When's your birthday?
He's
Mine's in May.
He's a bit of an astrologer.
Oh, you're an astrologer?
May what?
I'm a Taurus, May
A
9th.
Rube astrologer.
A Rube astrologer.
Oh, May 9th. So she's like Lisa Ann, Danny.
Lisa Ann, the porn star.
I just met Lisa Ann.
Whoa. Yeah.
I literally just met Lisa
Is she
Ann.
doing stand up now?
No. don't want to talk about that here,
Yeah.
but yeah, I met her recently, actually, like a week ago.
All right, thank you, Logan. Oh, Vince just got blocked by Logan. Logan says don't hang up, and then Vince said hang up, but he got blocked like a moment before. Sorry, Vince. Them's the breaks. All right, Rube,
Danny,
you
it's
have
a
the
fucking
Rube,
war, dude. It's a-
Rube, you have the floor, my man.
Well, I don't really have much to say, but I
What do
can
you mean?
answer
We
some
want to hear about you
questions.
drinking your piss for the last week.
Yeah, I have a question. Do
No,
you?
hold on. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
go ahead,
Do you
go ahead.
flavor it?
Well, it depends on what you eat. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you could.
So do you
You
like?
eat nasty.
Okay, can I ask my question?
Oh.
Is he still
Yeah,
there?
go ahead. Yeah, he's there. Go ahead.
Okay. Are you like the most recent pee that you drank? Was it super hydrated?
No, it was
I told
pretty.
you.
It was pretty dark.
Was that on
pretty dark.
purpose?
Well, I was
to get all the nutrients.
No, I was working all day. I was working all day, and I only had one glass in today, and I wanted to be true to my word. So I was like, I got to drink this before I call Danny.
This guy's a
This
man
is
of his word,
glass
drinking
number
an
2.
all-day work piss. It's crazy.
But normally it's pretty clear.
Okay, so normally it's
You're
pretty
supposed to
clear.
drink the
And how
first
big
one
of a
in the
glass
morning.
are we talking about?
It's probably at least 8 ounces. It's different every time.
So you're drinking half a liter of piss a day.
What inspired this?
I watched a video and I couldn't believe it, so I watched the video again. And I was like, "This is crazy." I watched the video a third time. I said, "God damn it, I'm gonna try it." And I tried it, and I never looked back.
Okay,
How's
so-
your health?
Yeah, you've been drinking. Let's just say. So we spoke a week ago. You've been drinking half a liter of piss since. So you've had close to a gallon of your own piss since we last spoke. How are you feeling compared to last Tuesday?
Much better, actually. I was kind of in a funk, Danny. I've been in kind of a funk ever since I got off probation.
Yeah.
Just lost motivation, and I don't know. It's kind of
Sorry,
got
getting
the
off
perk back in
probation
my
made you less
step.
motivated?
Well, yeah, well, I started smoking weed and drinking because I couldn't do that for
What
while
were
I
you
was
in
on
jail for?
probation. And
Was this for the? Yeah, go ahead, Rube.
I injured a police officer.
You bit his thumb.
Because he
I
tried
bet
to
it's
take your
not-
piss.
Yeah.
He bit a cop's thumb.
They tased me so. Yeah, they tased me so many times I was blacked out, and when I came to, I couldn't see, and somebody had their thumb in my mouth, and I couldn't move my hands. I thought it was my brother. I thought I was asleep in my bed, so I bit it, and he wouldn't take his thumb out of my mouth, so I really bit it.
Why were you getting
And, that was
tased?
a bad move.
Until you blacked out.
Well, see, my sister called a wellness check on me, and I didn't really handle it the best.
Sounds like it.
Just breaking on somebody drinking their piss.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm shocked to hear someone drinking his piss probably didn't handle things rationally.
All right, Rube. So the piss, you've like, are you a little less depressed since drinking the piss?
I feel less depressed. Yeah, absolutely. And I'll
Interesting.
tell you what, I got bit by a tick. I got bit by a tick.
That's not
So-
good. You got Lyme disease?
Well, not if I'm drinking my piss.
Of
I make my
course.
own antidote.
Of course, you should have known that, Dan.
YouTube's not gonna
Well,
like
I don't
that
wanna-
one. YouTube is not gonna like the cure for
I'll
Lyme
say,
disease.
yeah,
when you're drinking
allegedly.
your own piss.
Allegedly. Entertainment-
Entertainment
Yeah.
purposes only.
Yeah, entertainment purposes only.
So we're just having a goof, YouTube.
Does the tick bite make it taste different?
Well, see, one of the things is, like, if you get bit by a hornet, the Rube Juice, you rub it on there, it'll stop itching. You drink the Rube Juice, the hornet sting, bite, whatever, like, reduces. You just keep drinking it and it goes away.
Is Rube Juice like a
Blew
copyrighted
my
term?
mind.
Yes. Yes.
Well, wait, yeah, I don't want to get Danny in trouble.
Yeah, Rube Juice is
Understood.
That's proprietary.
Right, of
Rube
course,
Juice.
of
Yeah,
course.
you could not use that. All right, so you're feeling better. It's working. At least
Yeah,
anecdotally.
I'm gonna stick with it.
So you
I'm
were
gonna
going to
stick
stick
with it.
with drinking half a liter of your piss every day.
Well, I used to do it years ago, and I just got away
What
from
does
it.
it
You
taste
got to
like?
always have
Habits
a
are hard to
glass.
keep.
It's sterile, and he likes the taste.
What's the taste like? Like,
Tastes
are you,
like piss, dude.
you know what? Stupid fucking question. I've never drank piss. So
Do you
I don't
ever
know.
ice it?
Yeah,
You
can you make like a
you should've-
cocktail? Like, can you make it like a little
It's
cocktail?
literally a cocktail.
Yeah, I guess. yeah. But like, can you kind of put it in one of those like shakers and like put
Yeah.
some vermouth and some bitters?
Couple olives.
Couple olives, yeah.
It's kind of like you want to get it over with pretty fast. You don't want anybody to see you're doing it.
Definitely.
You know, you want to rinse out the cup after you're done.
You don't want to see.
Just kind of want it goes down fast. It like dissipates. It doesn't like stay in your stomach. Like you ever drink water and you're like, oh, it's squishing around.
Yeah.
It kind of gets absorbed.
It gets absorbed
a lot faster.
Water really is the inferior
it's
liquid.
structured.
Do you ever like put it on ice just to see what that's like? Maybe it's a little.
Do you ever
tastier?
offer it to people visiting?
Can I get you?
Yeah,
Get
that's
you
the
a
problem.
Rube
Like
Juice?
when I offer it, when I offer a drink to somebody that comes over, they're like, "Is there piss in this?" That's the first thing every time.
Oh, because everybody
It's
knows
like,
you do.
"No,
Does
dude."
everybody know you do it?
Yeah. Well, this is how I roll. I've learned something new. I got to tell the whole world. You know,
Okay.
like 9/11, got to tell everybody. You know, okay. Earth's flat, got to tell everybody. You drink your own Rube Juice, got to tell everybody. So
Those are
at this
three
point,
good-
they're like, man, this guy's crazy. He thinks, 9/11. He thinks the Earth's flat. Now he's drinking his own Rube Juice. I mean, dude, I got very little credibility in my immediate circle.
I like the self-awareness. Honestly, it's impressive.
Yeah, but I mean, jokes on them.
Yeah.
Because he's fucking thriving.
They're gonna have really burny bug bites.
Yeah.
What's the container to which you ingest it from?
Just like pisses right into a mug?
Yeah, good question. Do you filter it?
Just great. No. It's already filtered.
Yeah, the body filters it.
It's your embryo. It's your embryonic fluid, or a baby is in embryonic fluid is the same thing.
Yeah.
And it used to be like more over 100 years ago. It was very common, and doctors started telling people or actually I think it was the Rockefeller Foundation when they took over the hospitals. They told doctors don't prescribe that to people. Doctors would prescribe it. There's a protocol and so forth, and it would be in tonics, it'd be in drinks, it'd be an ingredient. And I heard in World War II they used to pee in people's wounds as soon as they got shot.
That sucks.
And
just got shot, someone's pissing on you.
Everyone
My mom-
do a V
my mom-
formation.
Enough. Getting pissed on now.
Imagine you also die
So
too.
my-
You just die getting pissed on your.
It's not resuscitating him. I don't know why.
We need another
heart attack.
And so my mom's 92. When I told her that I was doing it, she goes, "Oh yeah, my dad used to rinse his mouth out with it every morning."
Oh, so it's genetic.
She had heard of it.
It's in your genes to drink piss.
It's a recessive gene.
Can I recommend drinking it out of a beer stein? At least that would
that'll
like
look
class
nice.
it up. It will look like you're drinking beer.
But he just does it like medicine, He's probably
Yeah.
just like wakes up in the morning, goes to take a
Yeah,
piss, just fills up a cup and just puts her back.
Yeah, you
What's
don't
going on?
sip it. You don't. It's not. Yeah, you don't want to be walking.
It's like apple
around
cider
with it
vinegar.
because if you spill it, you get it on your clothes, it'll stink. You don't want to get it on.
Yeah, you don't want to
The
get
you wanna
longer
get
it's
it in
been
your
around the
mouth.
air, the more it smells like ammonia.
Right.
So
Right.
right off the
Air
bat,
is
it's
not
not
your
that
friend.
bad.
I think you need to drink more water, man.
I'll level with you. Have you ever accidentally drinking piss?
No.
I've
No.
done this like super long Zoom meeting and had to pee and be like, I got to pee on in my coffee cup or something like this. I have a talking part. Like you
You
talking
had
part.
the Rube Juice.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, I have a standing desk. I'll be in a meeting, and I'll be like, I have no time. I'm gonna pee. If I talk, I pee in a cup, and then I go, and then I didn't realize it was so medicinal.
I don't think this is relatable to the people physically here, but I think Rube can definitely
Yeah.
relate to this.
No one's accidentally done this?
No,
No.
dude.
Oh,
what the
God,
fuck?
guys.
Just walk out of the
Yeah,
Zoom.
I feel like I would just
What
be
kind
like,
of
I'll be
meeting
right
are you
back.
in?
The Zoom.
You're
It's
not
the
like in
cameras
a
on
jail.
Zoom.
Yo, you
but
can
you're not in prison.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you're not
can
allowed
turn
to
it off.
use
You're allowed to
Restroom?
use your free will.
I'm a
Yeah.
company guy. I'm a corporate guy.
Holy cat.
Good Lord.
I feel like you're
committed.
making more violations
Yeah,
by drinking your
honestly.
piss.
Yeah, you're
and
like
and
doing like
peeing
a-
in front of the meeting.
I
You're
have
like
the
a
mic
Jeffrey
on too. I
Dean
go,
Decent
oh, that's my
exposure.
piss.
You're
Wow,
like a
none of
Jeffrey
us are on
Tubin.
your side right
Yeah.
now.
I'm not. You
I
don't
would
need to be on
rather my
I'm
employees
not
step
pro
back.
Even Rube is like,
I'm
that's
not
fucking
pro.
weird, man.
I'm saying it's accidentally happened to me.
The fact that you put yourself in that situation is the
It's
disturbing
mind-blowing.
part.
Yeah,
guys.
I'm
Yeah.
with you on that.
This is disgusting.
This is, by the way, I'm kidding.
It's for entertainment purposes.
All right, Rube.
Totally normal, dude. Totally normal.
See, this guy, we need to start a Reddit together.
He's got one already. It's 4chan.
Rube's the man. Rube's the man. All right, Rube. Anything else you want to add? So you're liking the piss? Are you going to be drinking piss just here on out?
Yeah, I'm going to try and stick with it. I mean, since, we made such a big deal of it on your show and, tweeted it out and whatnot. And, I'm sorry you got that strike, Danny.
It's okay. That was. I don't blame you for that. That's stupid YouTube's algorithm. I mean, I even won the appeal, so.
We blame the lizards of the government.
They even agree.
What's so funny is it was a YouTube video that I learned about this from. So, it's their own damn fault.
Yeah.
Well, they were, and was the YouTube video saying that it specifically cured cancer? Because that's what they kind of dinged me on. Is you can't say that drinking your piss cures cancer, which I'm not saying right now, YouTube.
But it definitely fights it.
No.
Oh,
for entertainment purposes.
No, it doesn't.
I never said that. I never made that.
I know
claim.
that. That's the thing. We never even said it. That's what they said. We said.
Yeah.
And then,
I bet it was that guy Dylan that keeps paying money to hang up on him.
no, it was the timestamp actually that they said was when we were talking about would you be in a bathtub of piss for 24 hours to cure cancer?
Whoa. I mean, to cure cancer, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, but that's what they said was
a
the
hypothetical.
infraction. It was like a would you rather thing. It was stupid.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Okay, yeah. But you know what? Ironically, Danny, and I mean, since everybody thinks I'm weird and whatnot, that's my fantasy, dude, is to be in a chamber and just completely submerged, like sensory deprivation. Give me 3-4 hours in the Rube Juice, baby.
You want to be in a sensory deprivation tank full of your own piss, or could it be someone else's?
I mean, if there's this quality, yeah, that's cool with me. But I would just store it up, keep it in the fridge, heat it up on the stove one day, and just fill up this big chamber.
Oh my God,
and
that actually grossed me out so much. Hot piss on a stove.
Get a reduction.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I pissed on the.
A little jus.
It's funny.
Piss
Is
jus.
when I was going crazy, and I pissed on my stove for some reason. I kept doing it, and it smells weird, man.
Yeah.
It smells really weird.
Yeah.
It
It's
took a
almost
while
like it's
for it to go
waste.
away.
Man.
All right. I feel like there's another wellness check in your future, Rube, but
You
Quite
should have a
frankly,
bake
tonight-
sale.
yeah.
Honestly, I appreciate your
No,
enthusiasm.
we're all good, Danny.
Could
We're
you
good.
DM me that video
What's
that
it?
was so convincing? I'd watch
So
it.
who's talking?
That's
This is
Christos.
Christos.
When's your birthday?
November.
Ooh, I got a good birthday for you.
November what?
What's that?
November single digit.
Oh, November double digit. In right smack in the middle.
15 or 16?
17.
17. Okay.
Nice.
All right, yeah. If it's still up there, I'll send it to you. It's from allegedly Dave.
Okay, thank you. I'm Christos Comedy. You can send it to me.
Send it over.
Thank you.
You want to do yours?
Yeah, I'll find you on Instagram probably.
All right.
Yeah, perfect.
I usually follow if you're on Danny's show. I'll probably follow you on Instagram.
All right, thanks.
And if
Tom.
you suck, I'll follow
Rube's
you.
one of my favorite
I don't
people.
suck.
Rube's one of my favorite people on earth. Okay.
My
When's your
birthday is September 11th.
Oh, September
Oh,
11th
really?
birthday.
Yeah.
2001?
Yeah, no.
I wish. Did you say I wish?
That's,
Nah, I
that's
wish.
the perfect day.
Yeah.
92.
Oh, Rube's not following
Wow.
Chairs for
Wow.
Cheap?
Wow.
I guess
Rube, you
that's
gotta-
really interesting.
Rube, you got to follow Johnny Glover, Chairs for Cheap. Okay, what's September 11th? And then we're going to wrap this up.
Virgo.
That's the day of dramatic. That's the day of the dramatic choice. That's the third week of Virgo. They're usually very literal people, and so they're really good at dry humor a lot of times. A good person in that week is John Ritter. I mean,
I
for
like John
comedy, but they're really smart. Don't piss them off. They're secretly thinking of how to kill all their enemies.
Virgos are serial killers.
Yeah. Remember when you guys made fun of me for accidentally drinking my piss?
You're like, because I'll remember it forever.
All right, Rube, thank you for calling in.
Bye, Rube.
Pleasure, as always.
Peace out.
Keep drinking.
What the fuck is this podcast?
Hey. All right, Johnny, can we spin the wheel? We got the wheel, and let's do some plugs. Everybody, where can people find you?
Christos Comedy on Instagram and most other handles. Yeah. Or whatever.
Rebecca Reingold on Instagram. Rebecca Reingold Comedy on TikTok.
I'll put this all below.
I'm Charles _Ingle. Also, Overshadowed podcast. Very funny podcast.
You do it with yourself?
I do it with Zach Russell, another comic. It's a comedy history podcast.
Oh, comedy history.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to spin the wheel. Shout out to our lovely producer, Johnny Glover, the Southern Lover. Cannot do this without him. We're going to give away okay, we'll take a quick call while we wait for this. Because last call of the night. Oh, you had it up? Yeah. All right, this will be the last call of the night. This person's been calling in like 5,000 times. Hello. For realsies, final call of the night. But it's got to be quick. Oh, hello.
Is
You
this
there?
Danny?
Yeah.
Oh, great to talk to you, man.
Yeah, you made it through. Who we're speaking with? You're the last
Long
call.
time no talk. I talked to you a couple years ago when I was back in Illinois, but now I'm in beautiful Savannah, Georgia.
Okay. Oh,
under
you were
a beautiful
like
half moon right now.
when you were living with like a roommate or something, like you didn't know anybody and you moved there.
No, you or your editor clipped me a couple times talking about Michelle Obama being a man.
Oh yeah, Big Mike.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember that, but
I don't
no,
know.
I don't have a lot to say, but I love you, and I just wanted to say that
I love you too.
It's always interesting listening to people talk about their fun trips when they drink a fifth of Jack and a really weak 10 strip of acid and have a really bland time.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I would.
But
I'd be in hell if I. ate 10
anyways,
cans of acid. All right. Well, cool. Good chat.
No, but I wanted to say that you have a signed picture of Albert Hoffman is
I do.
fantastic.
Yeah, if
That's
you want
the
to know what
coolest
it
thing
looks
ever.
like,
That's-
just search Dean Chamberlain, Albert Hoffman, and you can see the photo of it. It's on. It's pretty cool. It's like,
I will.
it's like
Yes,
this big.
absolutely. That's
It's badass.
yeah, it's cool as hell. I love that.
All right.
But yeah, you're amazing. And my sister is actually coming to see you at Skankfest in a few months.
Hell
and
yeah.
That's going to be amazing.
New
and
Orleans.
she's really excited.
I've never been.
I won't be able to make it, but she's coming to see you. So.
Too bad. But cool. She's a smart lady.
Cool.
All right.
Danny, this is Charlie. Love you. Good to see you, man. Good
love you,
to
Charlie.
hear from you.
Charlie, everybody. Okay. Johnny, spin the wheel. We're going to give away a 6-month Patreon.com membership to somebody who dropped a super chat. You're not eligible. And also, if you want a free Patreon membership and you don't have an Instagram account for 4 more days, I believe, hit the link in the description, sign up for Instagram, and DM me. Because Instagram's doing some weird thing on my account right now where they give me money if people sign up.
Oh, that's
nice.
Yeah, for Instagram. $100 a person.
Wow.
Isn't that
Really?
crazy?
Can I make
No,
one?
they have like IP detectors because
Oh.
I was looking. Someone on Reddit was like, you can't. Someone tried it. I didn't try that, but apparently it doesn't work. Anyways, Johnny, spin the wheel. What are we looking at? Who's the winner? And if you're already a Patreon membership, I can just provide you an additional 6 months, or you can give it away to someone else. Some people do that. Reagan Foster. I'm pretty sure he's a Patreon membership. But Patreon, Reagan, if you want to take it, or you can give it to someone else. All right, that has been the show. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining me tonight. Thank you to all the callers. Thank you to all the lovely guests. And thank you again to our lovely producer, Johnny Glover, the Southern Lover. And thank you to The Stand. We will be back next week. And if you're in Calgary, come see me June 5th to 7th at the Laugh Shop. Good night, everybody.
Really a poet, you know it, all my shit heroic. Empathic abilities, yeah, my face be also stoic. Bleep, blow up, nigga, that just means I'm working. They see me as a leader, so that's why I'm Captain Kirkin. These tracks from the stars, that much is for certain. You can feel this hit if you up or if you hurtin'. I'm raising my stock, not talking my feet in some Birkin. Number Johnny 5, got a fucking short circuit. Bring the track to life when I spit phenomenal. When I hit, she feel that shit in her abdominals. These rappers make me laugh like comic view, they comically. You know I got a ball out, I hit the track running just like Sonic do. They don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah, they was trying to get me on my hype shit. Yeah, they don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah, they tried to down me on some KO type shit. Yeah, they don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah, now we pulling up fresh on some flight shit. Ha. They don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah, they don't wanna turn on my light switch. They don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah, they was trying to get me on my hype shit. Yeah, they don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah, then they tried to down me on some KO type shit. Yeah, they don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah,